Hello dear students, welcome to MadeEasy. So here MadeEasy is starting the gate through question video series, and through this series of videos, so you can get the most probable questions which can be asked in the gate examination 2024 here. So this is a kind of rehearsal. This is a kind of rehearsal for your gate examination. So get the advantage of these GTQ videos and take the complete support from the faculties and get the good result and get the success in the gate examination 2024 here. So those who are writing the gate 2024 examination, so for all those students, wish you all the best. Okay, so now I'm going to start here the engineering mathematics. So I'm going to do some gate through questions here. So which are most probable questions can be asked in the gate examination here. So this concept, this time the examination paper is conducted by will be conducted by the IISc. So definitely you will have very good set of questions from the paper side. Now in the same way, you must be more focus on the more conceptual, because IISc is a research oriented institute, so definitely, so they will expect the concepts, good concepts from you. So therefore the questions are also mostly concept based here. So therefore here we are taking some set of series of questions and series of videos on all the subjects, okay, in your stream. So take the advantage and be tuned to MadeEasy YouTube channel. Okay, now without any delay, so we are going to start the engineering mathematics gate through questions here. So I am Srikar Gupta, okay, having about 18 years of teaching experience in teaching the mathematics. Now I am senior faculty of MadeEasy. So here I am going to take the questions of engineering mathematics which are most probable. So let us start without any delay, right? Let us start with the first question here, the series of questions. So we are going to start with the first question here. Now dear students, so what is this question is that here in this system of linear equation, okay, here these are the three equations in three unknowns are given, and this system of equations is non-homogeneous system, and saying that it has a unique solution, then which of the following is true here? Now the hint for this question, so what is the hint is given to do this question is here. So the hint is given. So what is given? That the system has, it is unique solution. The system has unique solutions here. Whether the system is homogeneous or non-homogeneous, so it will have unique solution when, if and only if, that determinant of the quotient matrix is not equal to 0. So this is the condition for unique solution. So since this system is having unique solution means, so we can say very clearly that the determinant of A is not equal to 0 here. So determinant of the quotient matrix is not equal to 0. If the determinant of the quotient matrix is not equal to 0 here for the given system of equation, so here you can see this will become yes. So what is the coefficient here? What is the coefficient of the first equation is that 1, 1, 1. So 1, 1, 1. Now what is this? What are the coefficients of the second equation here? 1, 2, and here it is 3. So it is x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 14. So where x quotient is here 1 and y quotient is 2 and z quotient is 3 here. And the third equation is that 2, 5 and then lambda, and this is not equal to 0, my dear students. Here when I take the mod A not equal to 0, here this mu value is not at all considered. Mu value we cannot get it, right or not? So why? Because here one point I wanted to say that the system is having unique solution, so it is enough. It is enough to prove that the determinant of A is not equal to 0. So there is nothing to do with the constant vector. So there is nothing to do with the constant vector means here mu can be any number. It is irrespective of this, any number here it is. So mu can be any real number here, and that mu can be any real number. Mu can be any real number here. Okay, mu can be any real number. So then in this case, so you have to find out the value of lambda here. So in this case, let us expand this determinant. Okay. So this is plus, minus, plus, right? We will fix the first row here and we will expand this determinant. And we'll expand this determinant is 1 into 2 lambda minus 15. And then it is minus 1 into here lambda minus 6. Okay. And then plus 1 into here it is 5 minus 4. So 5 minus 4 is not equal to 0. So this becomes 2 lambda minus lambda is lambda, and minus 15 plus 6 is minus 9. Minus 9 plus 1 is nothing but minus 8 is not equal to 0. So this implies that the lambda is not equal to 8. Lambda is not equal to 8 here. So my dear students, so this lambda is not equal to 8 and mu can be any real number is the answer for this question. Right. So lambda not equal to 8 is the only option we have here. So if lambda is not equal to 8, it is enough to say that system is having unique solution, because mu can be any number here it is. So there is no discussion for mu. Mu can take any value. So it is nothing to do with the mu. So only the point is that lambda is not equal to 8. So therefore option A is the correct answer for this question. Okay. Option A is the correct answer for this question. So this is one simple question, but it is conceptual based here. Okay, right. Now we come to the other question here. Now in this question you see that all of you. So second question here, if you see m and n is a natural number where m less than n, he said that. So here it is very clearly mentioned that the m is the less than n here. Now P is of order. P is a real matrix. So M of R मतलब ये एक matrix है, ये एक matrix है of real elements. So therefore it is a real matrix of order n cross m. So P is a n cross m. P is a n cross m matrix which is a real matrix, and Q is another real matrix of m cross n here. Okay, and m less than n, you know that, correct? If this is the data is given to us, now we have to see then which of the following is are not possible. Which are not possible, we have to check it out here. Now is are मतलब एक नहीं तो एक से ज्यादा भी हो सकता है ना बेटा, एक नहीं तो एक से ज्यादा भी हो सकता है. So उसमें क्या सही आंसर हो सकते हैं, क्या पॉसिबल नहीं है इसमें, इसके अंदर, तो ये देखना है. So now he is asking about the option A is asking about the rank of PQ and rank of QP and rank of, so everywhere we see rank of PQ and rank of QP. Chaliye, let's see this PQ. So what is this PQ matrix? So when you multiply this P into Q, you are going to get n cross n matrix, right or not? An n cross n matrix here, correct? So now here and QP, if you take a QP matrix, so that will give you here m cross m matrix here, right? Now we know one point here. We know that there is a rank property called, that is rank of PQ. Rank of PQ is less than or equal to minimum of rank of P comma rank of Q here, right? Rank of P comma rank of Q here. Now the point is that here it is minimum of what can be the rank of P here. If P is a n cross m, my dear students, and m less than n, so I can say rank of n cross m will be less than or equal to minimum of m comma n, according to the property again. So this is one property. Based on the property of rank, we can write like this. So then it is less than or equal to minimum of m comma n means, so इसमें इन दोनों में कौन छोटा है, सबसे मिनिमम है, तो मिनिमम वैल्यू इज m है. So therefore, so rank of P can be less than or equal to m. मतलब m हो सकता है, उससे कम भी हो सकता है. अब ये Q के बारे में सोचते हैं. So when you take Q here, so Q is, I will say m cross n, right, is less than or equal to minimum of here m comma n here. So what is minimum of m comma n is again here, it is m, because m is less than n, so it is less than or equal to m. सो दोनों का रैंक m हो सकता है, नहीं तो उससे कम भी हो सकते हैं, सही है कि नहीं? सो दोनों का रैंक m हो सकता है, उससे कम हो सकता है. So now if you take in this, so as it is less than or equal to, the maximum possible rank of P is M and the maximum possible rank of Q is also M here. So then we take it as M comma M. So therefore we can say it is minimum of this M comma M is, again you can take it as M here. So that means rank of PQ is less than or equal to M. So that means the rank of PQ is either M or less than M you can take. Less than M you can take. So but he is saying that it is equal to N. आपको पता है N तो M से ज्यादा है, मगर ये क्या बोल रहा है? अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस प्रॉपर्टी ये क्या बोल रहा है बेटा? सो ये क्या कहते हैं? सो दिस इज सेइंग दैट द रैंक ऑफ PQ इज M और लेसर देन दैट. So but n is greater than m na, so therefore so this cannot be possible. So I can say since m greater than n, sorry, m less than n or n greater than m here, so we can say that rank of PQ, okay, is cannot be equal to n. The rank of PQ cannot be equal to n here. So therefore here this is one not possible answer. Right, this is one not possible here. Rank of QP, okay, rank of QP क्या होता है ये भी डिस्कस करते हैं हम. रैंक ऑफ QP क्या होता है? रैंक ऑफ QP, राइट, QP का ऑर्डर होता है m क्रॉस m, राइट, विच इज लेस देन और इक्वल टू मिनिमम ऑफ रैंक ऑफ P कमा रैंक ऑफ Q हियर. रैंक ऑफ P और रैंक ऑफ Q, राइट. So this is the way we take it. That is less than or equal to minimum of, yes, what is rank of P here? So rank of P is nothing but, so maximum rank of P can be M, rank of Q can also be M. So therefore this is also M cross M. So less than or equal to M is the possible answer. So rank of QP is M is possible. The rank of QP can be M or less than M, but it cannot be N, right? It cannot be N. So therefore, so this is possible, my dear students. This is possible. So if the second one is possible, the rank of QP can be M. So second one is possible. तो ये आंसर नहीं हो सकता है, तो इसको कट कर दीजिए. तो next one is that rank of PQ is equal to M here. So rank of PQ क्या है? यहां पर देखिए ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर दिया. यहां पर rank of PQ is less than or equal to M. So जब लेस देन और इक्वल टू m होता है तो रैंक ऑफ PQ कैन बी m और लेस देन m. सो देयरफॉर सो दिस इज आल्सो पॉसिबल और नॉट. सो देयरफॉर ये भी कट करते हैं. सो नाउ द लास्ट पॉइंट इज दैट रैंक ऑफ QP इज हियर व्हाट? फ्लोर फंक्शन, राइट? इट्स अ सीलिंग फंक्शन. सो रैंक ऑफ QP इज द ceiling function of m plus n by 2, the smallest integer which is larger than or equal to m plus n by 2. तो ये समझने के लिए हम ऐसा एक काम करते हैं, यहां पर कुछ m and n वैल्यू ले लेंगे, राइट? सो लेट अस टेक m and n वैल्यू समथिंग लाइक दिस. ओके, नाउ if you want to discuss the option D here, so let us take m and n value, some possibilities we will take it here. So now here for some value of n value, anyway he said the smallest integer which is larger than or equal to this. So if you take a number here, if you take any number with a minimum to minimum you take, it is 2 cross 1. So if you take it is 2 cross 1, so it is 1 cross 2, right or not? The minimum to minimum 2 cross 1 ये 1 cross 2 है. So now rank of QP क्या होगा? Rank of QP ये होगा कि minimum M उससे कम नहीं होगा, उससे कम भी हो सकते हैं और m भी हो सकता है, उससे ज्यादा नहीं हो सकता है. सो मगर यहां पर देखिए रैंक ऑफ QP ये P है और Q है. सो m का वैल्यू क्या होता है? 1 और n का वैल्यू क्या होता है? 2. सो 1 plus 2, so it is here if you take m plus n by 2 of this, so this will become what? So it is m is equal to, you take it as here 1 plus 2 by 2 here, right? So if I get this value, it is that ceiling of 3 by 2, right? Ceiling of 3 by 2. According to this definition, the smallest integer, so larger than or equal to this. So larger than or equal to this means it can be 1.5 na. So 1 point का ceiling function क्या होता है? 2 होता है. So this is equal to 2 here. This is equal to 2. So 2 का मतलब ये होगा n. 2 का मतलब को ये होगा n here. But rank of QP क्या होगा? m होगा, उससे कम होगा. n तो नहीं होगा ना. So when you take the least values of m comma n, that is 2 cross 1, okay, m comma n value as 2 cross 1. So in that case, so the rank of QP, you should get m or less than that m. But in this case, this function or this function, that is ceiling function of m plus n by 2, is not giving you m value or less than m, but it is giving you more than m value according to this example like which you have taken as 2 cross 1, 1 cross 1. So here m value as 1, but here you are getting 2 here. So isliye, so this cannot be the possibility. So this is also not possible one. So here the answer is A comma D. So it is very interesting question and you have to understand carefully and apply the properties of the rank properly. So then only you can get the answer for this question. Okay, it's a good question my dear students. ठीक है, तो ऐसा हम ये ऑप्शंस को चेक करना पड़ता है. Right? Okay, fine. Now we are moving on to the next question here. Now let's move on to this question here. M is some matrix is given to us, square matrix is given to us, and saying that P be a non-singular matrix, P be a non-singular matrix such that P inverse MP, you see this, here it is, P inverse MP is a diagonal matrix, means here it is given that the D is equal to P inverse MP. ये बता रहा है बेटा. So this is understood as the diagonalization of the square matrix M3 cross 3, right or not? It is the diagonalization of M3 cross 3 here. Okay. So now here we can apply the concept of diagonalization here. But to what you have to find out actually. So here we have to find out the trace of this. So before finding the trace of this, first of all, let us understand, okay, what is P inverse M cube P here, right? So now I can say by diagonalization, we can say here D cube is equal to P inverse M cube P here. D cube is equal to P inverse M cube P. So why we can write, why the P and P inverse which are non-singular matrix is not changing? Actually my dear students, diagonalization के हिसाब से P क्या होता है? So that is a model matrix which consists of the eigenvectors, right or not? P is a, so x1, x2, x3. So these are the linearly independent eigenvectors of M. Eigenvectors of M here. Correct or not? Yes. So we all know one property. So what is that is the eigenvalues of M, the eigenvectors of M and the eigenvectors of M cube are same because the eigenspace, we call it as eigenspace. So M के लिए, M cube के लिए same eigenvectors होगा. So if there's same eigenvectors are there for M and M cube, so therefore same model matrix is there for M and M cube. So therefore here, so D cube is written as P inverse M cube P only. Okay, so this is the point beta. So now what we understand here, P inverse M cube P is giving you the D cube, giving you D cube here, right or not? So now we have to find out the D cube and we take the sum of the principal diagonal elements of this D cube, which will give you the trace of the D cube, trace of this P inverse M cube P here. चलो बेटा, तो इसके लिए हमको D चाहिए, तो D कैसे निकालना है? Right, let's go into the concept of this. Let's go into concept of this. What is the concept in this one is here? Yes. So as D is equal to P inverse MP. So now the D and M are similar matrices. What do we call them? They are similar transformation, similar matrices we say. Since D and M are similar matrices, so we can say that the lambda D is equal to lambda M. We can say lambda D is equal to lambda M. That means the eigenvalue of D and the eigenvalues of M are same here. So here the eigenvalues of M are same and eigenvalues of D are same. So we can write this diagonal matrix as just, okay, since lambda D is equal to lambda M, so therefore, so D is just lambda M, lambda M, lambda M, and 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So this is how you can write down the, you can write down the diagonalization of this square matrix M here. Since these two the eigenvalues of both the matrices are same, and here the eigenvalues of this D are the principal diagonal elements of D only. So therefore, we already know that the eigenvalues of D are the eigenvalues of M. So therefore, the principal diagonal elements of D are the eigenvalues of M only according to diagonalization concept. Okay? So D is given by, so this is the matrix here. But now what are the eigenvalues of this matrix M here? So let's find out the lambda of M. Let's find out the lambda of M. What are the eigenvalues of this? Now here you can see, you can split this matrix into this way, right? So when you split this one into this way, so now here you can take this lambda is equal to 1 here. यहाँ पर एक lambda 1 होगा. So now lambda 1 is equal to 1, right? And here, so here the lambda, the remaining lambda are given by this matrix 3 to 1 4 here. The matrix 3 to 1 4 here. The matrix 3 to 1 4. So for this matrix, here lambda 1 plus lambda 2 is the trace of this matrix here, trace, which is equal to 7, and lambda 1 lambda 2 into lambda 3. Okay, so this is lambda 2 into lambda 3 is equal to 12 minus 2, that is 10. So the determinant, so that is equal to 10 here. So now if you add, it is 7, and if you multiply, that is 10, means here we can say the lambda 2 is equal to 2 and lambda 3 is equal to 5. See here, if you add them, what you get, 5 plus 2 will be 7, and if you multiply these two, you will get 10, right or not? So the eigenvalues of this diagonal block matrix, so the eigenvalues of this diagonal block matrix are nothing but 2, 5 here. So therefore, I can say this D is going to be, the eigenvalues of this M are 1, 0, 0, and here 0, 2, 0, and 0, 0, 5 here. So this is the diagonalization of the given square matrix here. Now the D cube will be what? Now D cube will be just 1 cube, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2 cube, 0, 0, 0, 5 cube here, 0, 0, 5 cube. So this is what the D cube, my dear students, right? So once you get this one, so what is the trace of P inverse M cube P, which is given by the trace of D cube here, which is given by trace of D cube. So trace of D cube is here, that is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 5 cube here. So this is 1 plus 8 plus 5 cube means what here? It is 125. So it will be of 134, right? 9 and this is 125. So it is of 134. So the answer for this question is 134 beta. तो ये एक क्वेश्चन है which is completely based on the diagonalization procedure. Okay, if someone not understood this procedure, so that means they do not have the concepts of the diagonalization here. Okay, एक बार वो diagonalization concept पे जाइए और उसको समझ लीजिए, so then only you can understand this approach here. Okay, so linear algebra is purely conceptual based तो आपको जितना कॉन्सेप्ट होता है उसके बारे में, सो कॉन्सेप्चुअली यू कैन गिव द आंसर लाइक दिस हियर. Okay, fine. So I hope everyone understood this, right? Okay, fine. So these are the questions from linear algebra side here. Now let's move on to here one integral question here. One integral question, right? So it is an integral question. So let's do this one. So now in this one here, yes my dear students, first of all we can write this integral like this. See here all of you, मैं आपको क्लास में many times I used to tell in the class that how to understand that which property can be applied on so and so integrals. तो यहाँ जो इंटीग्रल देख रहे हैं ना बेटा, यहाँ पर जो लिमिट्स देख लीजिए, ये -a to a here, right? So whenever the integral limits are -a to a, we have to check whether the function is even function or odd function inside it. Okay, so according to that we have to apply the properties here. चलिए बेटा, वो क्लियरली समझने के लिए, so let us multiply inside and split the integration here. That is from -pi to pi here. So this is 2x by 1 plus cos square x dx here. And then integral -pi to pi here, it is of you can say 2x into sine x by here 1 plus cos square x dx here. 1 plus cos square x dx here. This is what. Now, in this case, it is very clear. So this is an even function, it is plus, and x is an odd function, it is minus. So minus by plus is minus, means it is an odd function, my dear students. So this is purely odd function. So integral minus a to a odd function is equal to 0, is equal to 0. यहां पर मैं एक पॉइंट बताता हूं, जब मैं प्लस बोलता हूं तो उसका मतलब है वो इवन फंक्शन होगा, जब माइनस बोलता है तो वो ऑड फंक्शन हो गया. जैसे प्लस एंड माइनस कैसे ऑपरेट होता है वैसे इवन एंड ऑड फंक्शंस को समझना है. तो यहां पर ये ऑड फंक्शन है, तो माइनस बाय प्लस, सो माइनस बाय प्लस इज माइनस. सो हियर यू आर गेटिंग इट इज दैट इज माइनस, मींस इट इज अंडरस्टूड एज एन ऑड फंक्शन हियर. सो दिस इंटीग्रल इज 0 एंड नाउ वी गो इनटू दिस. Now we go into this. Yes, let's take the 2 outside. Now you look at this. So 1 plus cos square x is an even function. So plus, and x is an odd function, minus, into sine is an odd function here. So that is also minus. So minus into minus plus. So plus by plus is plus. Plus means what? It is even function here. It is an even function. So when the integral is even integral function is even, then minus pi to pi can be written as 2 times of integral 0 to pi, and this one is x sine x by 1 plus cos square x dx. So this is how you can write this integration. But now the point is that how do you integrate this integral? तो यहां कैसे करना है एक बार देख लीजिए. वंस यू जस्ट सी हियर, सी इफ देर इज नो एक्स, सो आई थिंक इफ देर इज नो, सपोज इफ देर इज नो एक्स हियर, so then you can take cos x is equal to t, and the differentiation of cos x is minus sin x dx. So this becomes a dt by 1 plus t square. So integration of 1 by 1 plus x square is tan inverse x. So the integration can be done when there is no x here. Okay, so what we can do is here, so can we, so now if we can remove this x from this integral, so we can have this integration, but how to remove this x, extra function x in the integral? Yes, let me tell you, there is some property beta, that is we know that here integral a to b x into f of x dx can be written as a plus b by 2 integral a to b f of x dx. Okay, if so this x can be removed like and it can be written as like this, but not always. यहां एक कंडीशन है, वो कंडीशन क्या है बेटा? f of a plus b minus x is equal to f of x ही आना चाहिए, तभी हम ये प्रॉपर्टी अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, otherwise we cannot apply this property. So therefore let me check here. So if I say this is my f of x, अगर ये मेरा f of x है तो ये x है, so now I will be substituting this x is to be replaced by a plus b minus x. Now beta हमारा f of 0 plus minus x is taken, so now this function will become sine of pi minus x divided by 1 plus cos square of pi minus x, 1 plus cos square of pi minus x. So that becomes sine pi minus x is the sine x by 1 plus so cos square pi minus x. So pi minus is the second quadrant. In second quadrant cos is negative here, so in negative cos x whole square will be, so that will be the same function cos square x only, because of square the minus will become positive, and therefore so which is the same function you are getting as these. So since you are getting the same function f of a plus b minus x is equal to f of x, so therefore this integral can be written as this integral. So I am going to use this property here, so therefore this value is going to be 4 into a plus b by 2, okay, of the integral 0 to pi, okay. Now f of x, that is sin x dx by, here it is 1 plus cos square x here. Now this is how the property can be applied. Now what I do is let sin x is equal to, cos x is equal to t. Let cos x is equal to t. So differentiation of this one is minus sin x is equal to dt here. Now I am going to take this, okay. Now I am going to integrate with this. Now in this case it will be 4 pi by 2 here, the integration of, okay, now we'll take the limits later, but now this I can write it is minus dt by 1 plus t square, 1 plus t square. So this becomes here 4 pi by 2 becomes, it is 2 pi of, so it is minus also we take in सामने minus ले सकते हैं, and this will become the tan inverse t here. So now I take it as minus 2 pi of tan inverse t. So t क्या होता है बेटा? So this t will be nothing but cos x. I am replacing t back. After integration, I am replacing t back. So then I am getting this. Now once this integral is in x, now we'll take the x limits here from 0 to pi. 0 to pi here. So then this will become here minus 2 pi into the tan inverse of, yes, cos pi. So it is cos pi minus the tan inverse of, here this is cos 0. Cos 0 here. So then what is giving you here? What it is giving you? Cos pi is nothing but what? ये value क्या होता है बेटा? -1 और ये value 1 होगा. तो tan inverse of this one -1 is minus pi by 4, you can understand. So this answer is going to be minus 2 pi into minus pi by 4 minus, and ये भी pi by 4 है. So therefore it is pi by 4 and it is minus pi by 2. So minus into minus plus. And this answer is going to be pi square. And this answer is going to be pi square here. So this is the value of integration. So now you can calculate this beta. ये 3.14 whole square है. इसका value something होगा. So you can multiply and you can give the value exactly up to 2 decimal or 3 decimal here. So this is how exactly, so how we are doing this question. Okay. दिस इज अ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन बेटा, क्योंकि यहां पर हम इतनी सारी प्रॉपर्टी अप्लाई करके आंसर निकालने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. सो डेफिनेटली इट्स अ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन हियर. नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू अनदर कैलकुलस क्वेश्चन हियर. ओके, और एक कैलकुलस क्वेश्चन देखते हैं बेटा. यहां पर थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है, मैं बताता हूं आपको. ये सुनिए. ए लाइन ए बी है. A line AB. Take a line. take a line. Okay, so this is a line AB, okay, with vertices this A and B here. Now our 4 meters he said, so this is of exactly 4 meters here, right? Here you can say this is of 4 meters, right? This is of 4 meters length, right? This is 4 meters length here. Now is divided into two parts, AP and BP, by a point P. So now if you want to, so this is to be divided, this AB length line. So this line is to be divided into two parts, okay, after breaking at P, here. So now you can say, suppose this is a point P here, okay, this is a point P here, this is a point P, somewhere you can take here, this is a point P. So now in this case, so the length, okay, by a point P here, this is how these are being divided. The length is being, the line is being, divided into two parts. One is AP and other BP here, BP. Now saying that if this, given that here AP square plus BP square is minimum here, is minimum, then the position of A is what? Then the position of A is what? So then the position of A is what? So let's see what is this exactly. Now he is asking that ratio. If you look at these options, he is asking this ratio. So in what ratio that AP and BP is to be there when it is divided into two pieces? Okay, under the condition that here AP square plus BP square is minimum. Chalo beta, ek point batata hu. Let us suppose that, so this is X. Okay, let us suppose that this is a X here. Okay, and now I say this length is, okay, this length is here, it is Y, I suppose. This length is X, suppose, this length is Y, suppose. Okay, right, and X plus Y is equal to 4 or not? X plus Y is equal to 4 here. So now we understand here X plus Y is equal to 4, okay, and X square plus Y square to be minimum, So then here we have to find out X is to Y is equal to what? Actually this is the question. We need to find out what is the ratio of X and Y. What is the ratio of X and Y? So ye banana hai beta. So now we have to minimize this function with respect to the condition that X plus Y is equal to 4. So this is some constraint maximization here. अगर आप इसको minimize करना है with respect to this, so we have to use this condition into this function, right? So in that case, what we have to do is, can we write from this as Y is equal to 4 minus X, and that 4 minus X, if you put it in this, then it will give you what? X square plus 4 minus X whole square to be minimum. And if you expand this function, so X square plus X square is 2X square here, and it is of 16 minus 8X, 2AB, so it is minus 8X here. So this is to be minimum, beta, है ना? This is to be minimum. But एक बार थोड़ा ध्यान से समझ लो. So once you use this condition into this function is giving you a new function which is a parabola. हम ये देखना है कि ये function कहाँ minimum होगा. So where it is going to be minimum here. So that if you can find out this X value, so that you can get the Y value using the condition. So once you get the X value and Y value, so then we can take the ratio of it, right? So in this case, so if it is, this is to be minimized means, yes, since it is a parabola, so generally this kind of parabola as positive X square, quotient of X square is positive है, तो अब ये उधर ऊपर रहेगा, है कि नहीं? So इसका ऊपर रहेगा. So if the parabola is the upside, so minimum will be at the stationary point or not? Yes. So I can say this function is minimum. Okay, this function is minimum. Okay, it is minimum at the stationary point. It is minimum at the stationary point, because this is the stationary point beta where the function, where this parabola is getting minimum. Correct or not? तो हम स्टेशनरी पॉइंट निकालना है. सो स्टेशनरी पॉइंट निकालने के लिए हम क्या करना है? लेट्स डू समथिंग हियर आउट ऑफ दिस. So find the stationary points. Find the stationary points. So for that, here f dash of x, you take this function, suppose this is some f of x. Okay, so this f dash of x is nothing but what? 4x, right? And minus 8 is equal to 0. So this implies that x is equal to 2. If x is equal to 2, so then y is equal to what? 4 minus x gives you y is equal to 4 minus 2, that is 2 again, right? So therefore here you are getting x comma y as 2 comma 2, right? So since x equal to y, now let me tell you this question here. So we are getting, just a minute, yes beta, अब ये क्वेश्चन देख लीजिए. So what we are getting is this. So we have to find what? AP is to PB. So that means x is to y you are to find out. So what is this x is? Actually you are getting x equal to y or not? Since x equal to y, so you can say that x is equal to x here. So that becomes, so x and x gets cancelled and this becomes 1 is to 1. So the answer for this question is A. So A is the answer for the question. Okay. So थोड़ा सा different question है, but आप maximum minima को apply करना सीख लीजिए. So now the condition is given that according to this diagram, you understand that x plus y will be 4. So that is the given constraint. And under the constraint that x plus y is equal to 4, you have to minimize this. The function, this is to be minimum here. That means x square plus y square is to be minimum when x square y is equal to 4 here. Otherwise, ये क्वेश्चन का अगर आप विदाउट यूजिंग योर पेन ऑन द पेपर ये कुछ क्वेश्चन का आंसर देना है तो हमारा क्लासरूम में एक शॉर्टकट बताया था, वो शॉर्टकट को आप इसको यूज करके आंसर निकाल सकते हैं. ठीक है, राइट. एनीवे, सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड. सो दिस पैराबोला विल नॉट बी हियर, सो दिस पैराबोला विल बी अबोव दिस, राइट? So this side here 2 comma 2 will be the stationary point. So therefore this kind of parabola you are going to get it here, right? तो ये एक क्वेश्चन है बेटा, वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द मैक्सिमा मिनिमा. अच्छा, मैक्सिमा मिनिमा ईसी इलेक्ट्रिकल के लिए, इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन के लिए कंपल्सरी क्वेश्चन है. 100% you will be getting the question. Okay, so this you can understand when you go through your previous question papers. Okay, pattern. Okay. नाउ बेटा हम एक अलग तरीका क्वेश्चन करेंगे. जैसे यहां पर कुछ क्वेश्चन है तो इसमें भी मैं थोड़ा सा कॉन्सेप्ट बताता हूं, राइट? सो व्हाट इज दिस क्वेश्चन? लेट अस डू इट प्रॉपरली हियर, राइट? द मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ दिस फंक्शन f of x इक्वल टू 1 प्लस 2 sin x प्लस 2 cos स्क्वायर x इन द इंटरवल 0, π/2. देखो बेटा, किसी इंटरवल, किसी क्लोज्ड इंटरवल a कामा b के अंदर अगर मैक्सिमा मिनिमा फाइंड आउट करना है, सो हियर द कॉन्सेप्ट इज दैट, सो मैक्सिमम ऑफ f of x इज आस्किंग मैक्सिमम ना? यस, मैक्सिमम ऑफ f of x, ओके, इन द इंटरवल a कामा b, इन द क्लोज्ड इंटरवल a कामा b, इट इज गिवन बाय, यस, द मैक्सिमम ऑफ f of a कामा f of b कामा लोकल मैक्सिमा, लोकल maxima, right or not? So this is the concept here. So f of a, you can find out f of a. What is our f of a beta? f of 0 होता है. So what is our f of 0 is sin 0 0 cos 0 is 1, so 1 plus 2 is 3. हो गया ना एकदम, बस. नेक्स्ट f of b क्या होगा? That is f of π/2. f of π/2 मतलब sin π/2 1 है, cos π/2 0 है, तो 1 plus 2 again. It is also 3. Now we have to find out that local maxima. तो local maxima बनाना है अभी. तो local maxima बनाने के लिए हम ये फंक्शन का स्टेशनरी पॉइंट लेना है। आपको पता है कि स्टेशनरी पॉइंट, सॉरी, लोकल मिनिमा, लोकल मैक्सिमा एग्जिस्ट एट द स्टेशनरी पॉइंट्स. So therefore we have to find the stationary point of this function, and accordingly you have to see the where the function is minimum or maximum. Okay, and maximum. चलिए, let's find out the stationary point. So find the local maxima first. Local maxima निकालना है. So right, local maxima निकालना है. So for that we need to find the stationary point. So stationary point के लिए we need to differentiate this function here. We need to differentiate this function. But आप ये sin x cos square x के साथ कर सकते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. That procedure आप कर सकते हैं. But मैंने आपको एक टेक्निक बताता हूं, मतलब एक लॉजिक बताता हूं, एक दूसरी तरीका में भी ये क्वेश्चन कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा यहां पर कॉन्सेप्ट बना सकते हैं. वो क्या है कि एक बार यहां पर देख लीजिए, 1 + 2 sin x + 2 cos square x, ये जो है ना, so here we have some trigonometry functions. Here we have some trigonometry function, जिसके वजह से जो डिफरेंशिएशन और स्टेशनरी पॉइंट्स फाइंड आउट करना और उसका आगे डिफरेंशिएशन थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट और लेंदी हो सकता है ना, तो इसलिए हम यहां पर एक काम कर सकते हैं. We will write this function into a simpler form from which we can easily identify the minimum and maximum. बट ये फंक्शन का सिंपलर फॉर्म कैसे लिख सकते हैं, कुछ और फॉर्म में कैसे लिख सकते हैं? सो बाय टेकिंग सम सब्स्टिट्यूशन. सो व्हाट आई डू इज हियर, सी व्हाट आई डू इज हियर, सो इन दिस प्रोसेस लेट अस सपोज दैट द sin x इज इक्वल टू t. अगर मैं sin x को t मानता हूं, आई एम टेकिंग सम सब्स्टिट्यूशन इन दिस फंक्शन, सो देन f of x will become phi of t. f of x becomes phi of t here. So sin x is equal to t, so this will become 1 + 2t, and this is 2 into what is cos square x is 1 minus sin square x beta. तो ये होगा 1 minus t square here, 1 minus t square. So this becomes phi of t is equal to 1 + 2t and plus 2 minus 2t square. So then this function is here minus 2t square plus 2t plus 3 here, plus 2t plus 3 here, right? And the interval क्या होगा, इसका interval क्या होगा? In the interval 0, 1 होगा, because you know for x equal to 0 तो t is equal to 0, x equal to pi/2, t is equal to 1. So this is the interval 0, 1. So no problem, you need not to take the interval also. अब ये एक बार देख लीजिए. Okay, no, you take the interval of 0, 1. Okay, now coming to this, it is a parabola or not? It's a quadratic function. Quadratic function graphically it is a parabola. Parabola का कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ x स्क्वायर क्या है? नेगेटिव है. तो नेगेटिव मतलब ग्राफ कैसे होगा? इस तरफ होगा. The graph will be like this here. So it will have the maximum. It is having, this graph will be having the maximum, or this parabola is maximum at its stationary point or not. So let's find out the stationary point of this, right? So therefore find the stationary point here. Find the stationary point. Find the stationary point here. So stationary point is given by what? Given by here phi dash of t is equal to 0. तो phi dash of t क्या है? Phi dash of t ये है कि ये 2 है. Yes, its a differentiation is 2, and then it is minus 4t is equal to 0. So from this you are getting t is equal to here 1/2. T is equal to 1/2 you are getting. Okay, so t is equal to 1/2 you are getting. So and it's already confirmed na at the maximum. So this is maximum at the stationary point. है ना, according to parabola concept. So this is maximum at the stationary point itself. So therefore at t is equal to 1/2 it is maximum. So we know that phi of t is maximum at t is equal to half. At t is equal to half. So therefore phi max is given by here phi 1/2, half. So then if you put half into this, so the function phi, it becomes how much it is. So here you put half into this, so this will become 3 plus 2 into 1/2 minus 2 into 1/2 whole square. So this becomes here 2 gets cancelled. It is 4 minus, and this one is 1 2 gets cancelled, right or not? 1 2 gets cancelled, and 4 minus 1 by 2, it becomes 7 by 2. It becomes 7 by 2. अब ये point देख लीजिए. So now here you can see the extreme values पे आ गया. मतलब at the boundaries the function value is 3 comma 3. And at the local maxima, the function is 7 by 2 here. So therefore, here, so the maximum of f of x in the interval 0 comma pi by 2 is given by here the maximum of, okay, f of 0 comma f of pi by 2, okay, and phi of 1 by 2. Phi of 1 by 2. आपकी मर्जी बेटा, जैसे लिखना है वैसे लिख सकते हैं आप. So f of 0 क्या है? It is 3 है, and f of pi by 2 क्या है? 3 है, और ये होता है 7 by 2. Now tell me, out of all these 3, so what is the maximum value of this? So maximum value is here, it is 3.5, right? It's a 3.5. 7 by 2 is 3.5. So therefore the maximum value is 7 by 2. So the maximum value of this function f of x in the interval 0 comma pi by 2 is 7 by 2. So someone can say, sir, we can do with the sine and cos only, na? It's comfortable, means you can do with that beta. But मैंने इसलिए क्या, why I have taken the substitution concept is that कभी कभी हमको ऐसा भी क्वेश्चन आ सकते हैं, राइट? जैसे यहां पर एक बार देख लीजिए, तो फंक्शन f of x को देख लीजिए कि 2 plus cos x minus 1 minus sin square x. See, this is a kind of function you will be getting it sometimes. If this is a find of function and you have to maximize, minimize means, so it's not that easy to differentiate it in all here. It will take a lot of terms and a lot of steps. So अगर आपको पता है, अगर ज्यादा स्टेप्स लगने लगे तो क्या होगा, कहीं ना कहीं प्लस माइनस के गड़बड़ में छोटा छोटा सिली मिस्टेक्स हो सकते हैं, राइट और नॉट? तो हम लोग क्या करना है कि जितना कैलकुलेशन को कम कर सकते हैं उतना बेटर है. So therefore what I do is that I'll take the cos x as t here, so then it becomes, so 2 plus t by 1 minus t square, and now it is in a simpler form of the function. Now we can go with the differentiation and all. तो एक ऐसा भी जा सकते हैं. This is the way we can go and we can find out the maximum minimum of the function by taking the substitutions also. तो इसीलिए to make a point or to give you another way the approach and to make the process so simple, so the substitution process also can be helpful for us sometimes when the function is critical or a lengthy point. Okay, chaliye beta. So this is the answer. So the answer for this question is 7 by 2. Okay, right. Yeah, so another integral question here. Let's do this. It's a very good question. Let's understand this. What is that here? Evaluate the triple integral of z dx dy dz, okay, where the region is, suppose if you understand this is a region, okay, region, okay, R is the region of the hemisphere of radius a, that is x square plus y square plus z square is equal to a square, where z greater than 0. Z greater than 0 मतलब ये very clearly है, so it is above the xy plane, right? Above the xy plane. It is a hemisphere which is the above xy plane where z is taken as positive side, okay, positive side. Anyway, my dear students, so this is the point. Now to evaluate this, see, I need the limits of x and y and z. तो x limits, y limit, z limits हम यहाँ से लेना है. So using this hemisphere equation only you have to take it. But always it is complex. So when it is a circle equation or a hemisphere or a sphere, okay, or some other cylindrical or some other paraboloid kind of surfaces are given, it's difficult to take the limits and do the integration. It will be a lengthy process. So to reduce that into simpler way and faster way, so what is the concept we have to use is that the change of variable concept. So by using the change of variable concept, so we can transform this integral into spherical coordinate system, and thereby we can evaluate this integral. Okay. So let's do this. Now, by the concept of change of variable, by the concept of change of variables here. So, by the concept of change of variable here, so which transformation is happening? We have to transform the Cartesian coordinates into spherical coordinates. So, we have to transform the Cartesian into spherical coordinates. Na? So, for that, what is the concept is here? So, now converting into spherical coordinates. Into spherical coordinates. Coordinate system by taking here x is equal to rho sin phi, here cos theta, okay, and y is equal to rho sin phi and sin theta, okay, rho sin phi sin theta here, right, and z is equal to rho cos phi here, rho cos phi. So, these are the substitutions to transform the Cartesian system into spherical system here. Now, what are the, for the given sphere, for the given hemisphere, so what are the ranges, what are the range of the radius and what are the range of phi and the range of theta? So, here phi is the phase angle and theta is the circle angle of circle here. So, therefore, I can say where the range of radius is, yes, what is the radius beta? A. So, therefore, the radius varies from 0 to A, right? And now phi, sorry, here the theta. So, theta is varies between 0 to 2 pi, right? Because it forms a complete circle, na? It forms a complete circle in xy plane. So, therefore, here the theta is taken from 0 to 2 pi and the phase angle phi. So, phase angle phi is taken only a semicircular one. So, therefore, it is taken as 0 to pi. But this pi is for sphere, but it is a hemisphere. Since it is a hemisphere, so this phi is taken up to pi by 2 only. So, 0 to pi by 2 is the phase angle. So, then it is understood as the hemisphere. If it is 0 to pi, so it is the complete sphere. So, these are the ranges of the radius and phase angle and the theta, okay, which can help us. But when you take this substitution into this integral, so the Jacobian is also comes into the picture. So, what is the Jacobian of x comma y comma z into rho phi z, sorry, rho phi theta, rho theta phi here. Now, if this is the case, you are going to get that is rho square sin phi, rho square sin phi. So, this is the Jacobian beta. जिसको ये मालूम नहीं है तो वो ये याद रखना होगा बेटा, इसी इलेक्ट्रिकल स्टूडेंट्स और मैकेनिकल स्टूडेंट्स के लिए ये कॉन्सेप्ट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि सो दिस conversion of one system of coordinates to another system of coordinates we use in our technical subject also, ठीक है, तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट है, ठीक है. So now you take this Jacobian and this substitutions and this limits into this integral and evaluate this integral. Then you will get the answer for it. Okay. Now let's move on to right. So once I take this integral as triple integral z, okay, triple integral r, okay. So this is z dx dy and dz na. So this is given by, एक बार थोड़ा सा ध्यान से देखना, right? So z means what here? Rho cos phi. Z means rho cos phi here, and dx dy dz, dx dy dz, okay? Dx dy dz should be replaced by the Jacobian into d rho d phi and d theta, right or not? D rho d phi d theta. Jacobian into, right? Jacobian into. So what is the Jacobian beta? इसमें Jacobian क्या है? Rho square sin phi. चलो बेटा ये रो स्क्वायर साइन फाई, रो स्क्वायर साइन फाई. ओके, सो डी रो डी फाई एंड देन डी थीटा. चलिए ये लिमिट क्या होता है, तो रो वेरीज फ्रॉम 0 to a, right, and theta varies from 0 to 2 pi, and phi varies from 0 to pi by 2 here. So with these limits you have to integrate this, right? Okay, since all the limits rho, phi, theta are constant limits है, तो ऐसा कर सकते हैं individually, independently we can integrate. So individual integrations, if you take it here, now rho into rho square is rho cube d rho, right? So it is 0 to a rho cube d rho, right? Okay, then another one 0 to 2 pi into d theta, right? Another one is 0 to pi by 2, it is sin phi into cos phi into d phi here. This is how we can do individually. So this becomes here rho power 4 by 4 from 0 to a here, and this becomes theta from 0 to 2 pi here, and this becomes here. If you do multiply and divided by 2 beta, तो ये होगा sin 2 pi by 2, right or not? So integration of sin 2 pi, okay, sin 2 pi is what? Minus cos 2 pi by 2. So it is 1 by 2 into minus cos 2 pi, okay, minus cos 2 pi. From 0 to pi by 2 you can take it, 0 to pi by 2 you can take it. So this is going to be here a power 4 by 4, a power 4 by 4, and this will be of into 2 pi here, and this will be of here 1 by 2 into, what is this? So when you put pi by 2 into this, 2 gets cancelled, cos pi is minus 1, minus minus plus, and then minus of minus plus, and cos 0 is 1 here. So these two gets cancelled here. So this answer is going to be pi a power 4 by 2. So this is the integral value of this. So this is a triple integral. So now focus on the conversion of the coordinate system from Cartesian to spherical. So this question can be done easily. Okay. So I hope everyone understood. So what is the answer you are getting for it, right? Okay. Yeah. So here one more 2 you get it. I'm sorry. So this is one more 2 you get it. That is cos 2 pi by 2 here, right? Minus cos 2 pi by 2. इंटीग्रेशन जब करते हैं तो डिवाइड बाई 2 भी आएगा, तो और एक 2 by 2 आएगा ना, सो ये 2 कट जाएगा, और दिस 2 will gets cancelled, and this answer is going to be here 4 only, right? So here pi a power 4 by 4. So this is the correct answer. Okay, just please make a change in it, right? So be careful. This is what happened, right? So this kind of silly mistakes, so many of the students will commit in the examination, but when you focus, when you do it, when you are doing it, you must have the focus, then only you can reduce as many mistakes. Okay, so right. So I hope everyone understood that this question answer is pi a power 4 by 4. In this question, this is a vector calculus question beta. Vector calculus के compulsory एक question होता है, right? That is from the vector integration most probably. Okay, most probably, because this vector concept is used in the electromagnetic fields and fluid mechanics concepts. So therefore, definitely there will be some question in the examination, most probably. Now, if you see the previous examination pattern, so then you can understand here this type of question can be asked here. चलिए बेटा, अब ये इसका इंटीग्रेशन निकालना है. व्हाट वी हैव टू डू इज दैट इंटीग्रल सी ए बार डॉट डी आर बार. सो दैट इज इंटीग्रेशन सी. सो दिस इज a1 suppose, this is a2 suppose, and this is a3 suppose, right? These are the a1, a2, a3 are the components of a bar, and we need to do the dot product with the dr bar. So then if we do the dot product with the dr bar, what is dr bar? Is dxi plus dyj plus dzk. So therefore this dot product can be written as here yz plus 2x into dx, then plus here xz into dy, and then plus here xy plus 2z, xy plus 2z into dz here, xy plus 2z into dz here, right? And now what is the contour is that? Okay, ये तो integral evaluate करेंगे, मगर along which contour, along which line, along which contour, along which path? Okay, you have to integrate this. So path ये है बेटा. So this is x square plus y square is equal to 1, where z is equal to 1. Okay. Or otherwise, sometimes he may not say this z is equal to 1. Okay, you have to understand sometimes. Along the contour x square plus y square is equal to 1. Okay, or along the cylinder बोल के बोल देते हैं, right? X square plus y square is equal to 1 from the point, from the 1 comma 0 comma 1 to here 0 comma 1 comma 1, right? So here it is what? Along the circular contour from 1 comma 0 comma 1 to 0 comma 1 comma 1 in positive direction. Positive direction means what? Positive direction means what here? Positive direction means here that counterclockwise sense here, right? So that is 1 comma 0 comma 1 to 0 comma 1 comma 1, ये है, right? अब ये दोनों पॉइंट से आपको एक पॉइंट समझ में आ रहा है ना? So what do you understand from these points here? So here यहाँ पॉइंट क्या है कि z is equal to 1 or not? Z is equal to 1 here. So z is fixed here. So z is equal to 1 means, can I say dz is equal to 0? Dz is equal to 0, and xy and x comma y varies from 1 comma 0 to 0 comma 1. So this is what exactly understand along the circle, that is x square plus y square is equal to 1. X square plus y square is equal to 1 here. So this is what exactly the contour what you need to understand from the given, right? And he also said that it is z is equal to 1 here. Now, right. So we need to evaluate this integral. चलो बेटा इसका इंटीग्रल evaluate करना है, तो dz ये 0 है, तो ये 0 बन गया. So now we take this z is equal to 1 here, right? And here the z is equal to 1 here. So therefore this integral is that 1 comma 0 to 0 comma 1. Okay, let me write this way. Okay, as of now I will take the integral c only. Integral c, it is y dx, okay, plus 2x dx plus x dy here. This is what is getting. But now if you observe this y dx, see this y dx and x dy. So from these two, so you can write here y dx plus x dy, okay, and plus here integral c 2x dx. We can write it is 2x dx here. Now what is happening here? It is of integral c, it is a derivative of xy, because it is a u dv plus v du form, right or not? So it is a derivative of xy. So derivative and integration gets cancelled or not? So then, and this one is here we can write here also integral c, it's a derivative of x square here. So derivative and integral gets cancels here, and we can write it here as xy from, yes, from along the contour. So which point to which point here? It is 1 comma 0 to 0 comma 1 here. So 1 comma 0 to 0 comma 1 along the contour, plus here x square, that is also x equal to what? X equal to 1 to 0, x equal to 1 to 0. So you can take these limits. If you put it as 0 and 0, so it is 0 plus, and this one will be 0 minus 1. So the value you are going to get it as minus 1 here. You are going to get the value of this integral c a bar dot dr bar is minus 1. So this value is, the answer for this question is minus 1 here. So this is how you have to use, you have to do the line integration according to the given data here. Okay, fine. Now dear students, so we are moving on to the differential equation question. तो यहाँ पर डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन एक क्वेश्चन आता है बेटा, मैक्सिमम 1 मार्क नहीं तो 2 मार्क से एक क्वेश्चन आएगा. So let's do the differential equation. Even though it is a very important topic, so we will be getting only one question out of it. So what is given differential equation is, let's do that. Here y minus x into here dy by dx is equal to 1. Okay, dy by dx equal to 1 है ना. हाँ, अब इसको सॉल्व करना है बेटा, अब इसको सॉल्व करना है. एंड ही इज आस्किंग व्हाट, इफ एन इंटीग्रल कर्व, what do you mean by integral of a differential equation? Integral of a differential equation is gives you the solution. Integration of the differential equation will give you the solution. So solution of the differential equation is generally a family of curves, a family of curves here. So saying that the family of curves passing through this point and this point, alpha comma 1, so then what is the value of alpha is asking here. Now for that, first we will find out that what is the curve, what is the family of curves which passes through these points here. Let us see. Right, to find a family of curves we need to solve this differential equation here. For solving this, we can write it as, so dx by dy, you take that other equation, it is y minus x here. So this can be written as here dx by dy and then plus x is equal to y. Plus x is equal to y here. So this is a linear differential equation in x. If this is a linear differential equation here, the p of x is, p of y, here the p of y, that is here it is 1, okay, and q of y, it is y here, it is y. So q of y is y and p of y is here 1. So therefore the integration factor is taken as e to the power of p dy, that is e to the power of 1 dy, which is e to the power of y, which is e to the power of y. This is the integration factor. So after this, let us take the general solution here. So general solution of the linear differential equation is here, yes, as this differential equation is dx by dy, the solution we have to write it for x, not y. Please remember this point. So as the differential equation is of dx by dy, the solution is written for x. So x into, the solution is in x. So x into if is equal to integral q of y into if dy plus c here, right? So x into if is what? E power y is equal to q of y. What is q of y is here? Q of y is y. So y into e power y dy plus c here, right? So this is x into e power y is equal to integration of x e power x dx is e power x into x minus 1. Okay, integral of uv, if you apply, you will get it as e power y minus 1 plus c here. Now you can write this as x is equal to, you divide by e power y on both sides, it will become y minus 1 plus c e power minus y. This is the general solution. This is the integral curve. What is that? Integral curve. This is the integral curve of the differential equation. Now saying that it passes through 0, 0. Since it is passes through 0, 0, it has to satisfy it or not? Yes. So now it passes through 0, 0, na? So put x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 here. So then what you get it here? 0 is equal to 0 minus 1 plus c. So from this you are getting c is equal to 1. C is equal to 1 here. So that c is equal to 1, if you put it in the solution, then the solution of this differential equation is here. The solution is here, x is equal to y minus 1 plus e power minus y. Y minus 1 plus e power minus y. This is the solution for x. But now it is also passing through another point, right? Yes, let's use that also. Since it passes since it passes through, it passes through alpha comma 1. Okay, alpha comma 1 here. So put x is equal to alpha and y is equal to 1, right? So then you get here alpha is equal to 1 minus 1 plus e power minus 1, and 1 and 1 gets cancelled. The answer is alpha is equal to e power minus 1. So this is how you are using the linear differential equation concept, okay, and getting the answer for this. So the answer is what? E to the power of minus 1. Okay, yes. So good question it is. So now, my dear students, let me do some questions here on the other side. Here, the point is here, let us do some question on the, So let us do some questions on the numerical method side here. Now, what is this question here? We'll see. What is this question? We'll see here. F of x is given as, so given f of x is given as here integral 1 to x under root of 2 minus t square dt here, and he is asking then the real roots of this equation are what? The real roots of this equation. So what is this equation? Is that the equation is here x square minus f dash of x is equal to 0. So to know the roots of this equation, let us understand what is the f dash of x first. To write the f dash of x, we differentiate this f of x on both sides. So then you will get this one as f dash of x is equal to d by dx of 1 to x under root of 2 minus t square into dt. Now, if you differentiate this, so how do we differentiate? By Leibniz rule. क्या बोलता है बेटा? Leibniz rule. एक Leibniz rule होता है जिससे हम ये differentiate करते हैं. So those who don't know the Leibniz rule, so you can write it here if you want. So d by dx from phi of x to xi of x, okay, and f of t dt here, f of t dt. So this is given by, yes, first replace this t by xi of x into differentiate the upper limit xi of x minus and replace the t by lower limit into differentiate the lower limit here. So this is what exactly the Leibniz rule here. Okay, this is what exactly the Leibniz rule here. So let us use this Leibniz rule into this, because if you want to differentiate the integral with variable functions, okay, this is what you have to do it. चलिए इसके लिए, so here the function is first replace t by upper limit. Yes, upper limit is what? X. So put it is x square, okay, into differentiation of upper limit dx by x. Now minus, now replace this t by lower limit, that is 1. So it is 1 square into the differentiation of 1. Differentiation of the lower limit 1. But you know the differentiation of the constant is getting 0 here. So that means this is 1. So dx by dx is simply 1 here. So therefore we are getting this f dash of x is nothing but under root of 2 minus x square. This is the f dash of x. So after getting this f dash of x, so then this equation becomes what? X square minus under root of 2 minus x square is equal to 0. 2 minus x square is equal to 0 here. So then here x square is equal to 2 minus x square. So here we need to find out, and we need to find out the value of x from this. Okay, squaring on both sides, and if you solve it, and you will be getting some real roots. But I will show you that way also. But the point is that here you can take the help of options. You can take the help of options here. So plus or minus 1 is there. If you put 1 here, so if you put 1 here, it will get satisfied. If you put -1 here, if you put -1, then also it is satisfied. So plus or minus 1 are the real roots of this equation, correct? But if you take plus or minus 1 by 2 into this, sorry, so plus or minus 1 by 2, it is 1 by 2, it is root 3 by 2, it is 1 by 2. So it is not getting satisfied. So this is not satisfied, and 1 by 2 also, 1 by 4, and so it is also not satisfied here. So then 0 and 1 if you take, if you put 0 here, so if you put 0 here, it is getting root 2. So that is also not satisfying here. So only the option it is plus or minus 1 is exactly satisfying here. Or otherwise, you can solve this quadratic, you can solve this equation. Squaring on both sides, it will be x power 4 is equal to 2 minus x square. So this becomes x power 4 plus x square minus 2 is equal to 0. So now if you suppose m is x square is equal to m suppose, so then you can solve this equation as m square plus m minus 2 is equal to 0. m square plus m minus 2 is equal to 0. इसको सॉल्व करना है बेटा. अगर इसको सॉल्व करते हैं तो क्या होगा? m is equal to minus 2 comma 1, because sum of the roots is minus 1 and product of the roots is minus 2. So minus 2 is there. So m is equal to what here? X square. So x square is equal to minus 2 comma 1. But आपको पता है, see minus 2 will give you complex roots for x. For x, that minus 2 will give you complex roots. So this is ruled out. But then this will give you x is equal to plus or minus 1. I hope everyone is understood this. So this is how you can solve for the real roots. Okay, these days we are getting some questions on the real roots here. So that is why even I have covered that real roots concept also. Okay. Now, coming to this here, the Fourier series question. A question on the Fourier series. So for mechanical, civil, so most probably the Fourier series question is coming here. So even this time also we can expect here. So let's do one question on this here. Right, f of x is equal to minus x square in this interval and x square in this interval. So, but the interval is what? Minus pi to pi. देखो बेटा, कभी भी इंटरवल माइनस ए टू ए होता है तो पहला फंक्शन को देखना है कि ये इवन फंक्शन है, ऑड फंक्शन है, right? You have to check whether the function is even function or odd function whenever the interval limits are minus a to a. Okay, the same thing if I understand. So minus x square is below the x-axis, plus x square is above the x-axis. So it is very clear, and it is the same function, the below the x-axis, it is the same function above the x-axis. So it is very clear that it is symmetric about origin. So since this graph, this function is symmetric about origin, okay, in the interval minus pi comma pi. So therefore, f of x is an odd function. F of x is an odd function in the interval minus pi comma pi. F of x is an odd function in the interval minus pi comma pi here. Hope everyone understood. अगर किसी को समझ में नहीं आया तो एक बार ये देखना है कि ग्राफ कैसे होगा बेटा. यहाँ पर माइनस पाई है, ये 0 है और ये पाई है, राइट और नॉट? एंड एक्स स्क्वायर, सो माइनस पाई टू 0, द ग्राफ ऑफ द फंक्शन इज व्हाट? द माइनस पाई टू 0, द ग्राफ ऑफ द फंक्शन इज व्हाट? द ग्राफ ऑफ द फंक्शन इज माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर. माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर मीन्स ये माइनस है, ओके, ये नीचे होता है. सो दिस इज द पैराबोला, ओके, दिस इज 0 to pi. And this is a parabola that is minus pi here, right? So this is minus x square and this is plus x square here. This is the graph. It is very clearly seen that it is symmetric about origin here. It is symmetric about origin. Therefore, it is an odd function in the interval minus pi comma pi. Minus pi comma pi here. Okay, right. Or you can check the definition of f of minus x is equal to minus of x also, right? But anyway, he is asking that which of the following is are true. In the Fourier expansion of this function f of x, which of the following is are true here? So what is this one? Is the coefficient of cos 5x, right? So we all know that an is the coefficient of cos nx. Coefficient of cos nx. Correct or not? And bn is the coefficient of sin nx. I hope everyone knows it from the Fourier series, right? But since it is an odd function के लिए only sine terms you will be getting, so there will not be any cosine terms, because you know cosine function is an even function. So in the Fourier series we cannot have the cosine functions, we cannot have the cosine terms when it is an odd function. Okay, therefore since it is an odd function we cannot have the cosine terms, so therefore I can say an is equal to 0. An is equal to 0, right? So this implies that an is equal to 0 and bn is the coefficient of sin nx. That is given by here. So as it is, what is the formula for this one is 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x into here sin nx dx. F of x into sin nx dx here. So now this will be given by 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x. So what is our f of x in the interval 0 to pi is 0 to pi, our function is x square into sin nx dx. Sin nx dx here. Sin nx dx here. So that's what we have to find it here. Now already an is equal to 0 ना, तो इसमें कुछ options को देख सकते हैं बेटा. Let us filtrate the options here. A phi is 0, right? An is 0 means, can I say A phi is 0? Right. So therefore this is the correct one. And A2 is 1. So it is correct. Wrong answer. Right? Wrong answer. So now we have to check it out B2. So here B2 is given as minus pi. Here B2 is given as pi. So let us see what is pi or minus pi, exactly what you get. Okay. So for that, what I do is I'll put n is equal to 2 here. I'll put n is equal to 2 here. Okay. I'll put n is equal to 2. So put n is equal to 2 because we need to find out the B2. So B2 is given by 2 by pi integral 0 to pi x square into sine 2x dx here. X square into sine 2x dx. So now देखो बेटा ये इसका इंटीग्रेशन करना है u into v here. So if you want to do this integral of uv, yes, I hope everyone knows the formula. So x square is as it is and integration of sine is minus cos 2x by 2, right? Minus differentiation of x square is here 2x into here the integration of this minus cos is minus sine 2x by 2 square. Okay, then plus the differentiation of 2x is 2 into and the integration of this one is minus of minus plus cos 2x by here it is 2 cube. So it is from 0 to pi. It is from 0 to pi here. But एक बार याद रखना है बेटा, एक छोटा सा पॉइंट ब्लाइंड पॉइंट बताता हूं. तो ब्लाइंड पॉइंट ये है कि इन द इंटीग्रेशन इन द फोरियर सीरीज व्हेन यू आर डूइंग द इंटीग्रेशन सो साइन टर्म्स ऑटोमेटिकली 0 होता है क्योंकि यह साइन पाई 0 है और साइन 0 0 है. So when the sine terms comes na, so all those sine terms will become 0 in the Fourier series. So in integration. So ये 0 है. अब ये क्या है? So now we'll take that 2 by pi into upper limit pi. So it is pi square by 2. It is pi square by 2. This is x equal to pi minus cos 2 pi है ना? Minus cos 2 pi ये 0 है और ये plus 2 by 2 square, that is 1 by 4 of cos 2 pi. Cos 2 pi. So this is completely upper limit substitution. Now I'll take the lower limit substitution. So lower limit substitution क्या है? 0. So 0 into anything is 0 है, right? And then it is plus. So it is 1 by 4 again. So 1 by 4 cos 0. So cos 0 क्या होता है? 1 है ना बेटा? So now this will become what? So now this is 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4. Cos 2 pi is also 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4. ये दोनों cancel हो जाएगा ना? So both will get cancels here. So then we will be having this 2 gets cancel and pi gets cancel. And this will be cos 2 pi is 1. So then you are having here it is minus pi. So the answer you are getting it as minus pi. So therefore, the answer for this question is B2 is minus pi. So this is correct and this is wrong. So therefore, what is the answer for this? A comma B. So the answer for this question is A comma B. The answer for this question is A comma B. So I hope everyone understood in the Fourier series. Now let's do one thing here. The differential equation here, dy by dx equal to under root of x square plus y square, then y of 1 is equal to 2. See, it is the differential equation with the initial value is given to us, right? Is solved using the Euler method with a step size of 0.1. Then find the y of 1.2. Find the y of 1.2 is equal to here. So basically यहाँ पर क्या होता है ना बेटा? So you have to find out the solution of this differential equation, that is y. So you need to find out the y at x equal to 1.2. At x equal to 1.2. That means you need to find out the numerical solution of this ordinary differential equation by using this Euler method here. By using this Euler method. Generally, Euler method is understood as a Euler forward method. By Euler forward method here. Okay. So let's find out how to find out the y of 1.2 is. So dear students, here what is x naught is given to us? X naught is given as 1 and y naught is given as 2 here. Correct? Yes. So given that here x naught is given as 1, x naught is given as 1 and the step size, what is the step size is given here, which is the difference between the two consecutive x values, which is h is equal to 0.1. So 0.1 is the difference between two successive values of x. Here x naught is 1, h is 0.1. So therefore, what is the next value of x? What is the next step value? What is the next step value of x is x1. x1 is given by, as the difference between x1 and x0 is h only. So therefore, if you add this h to this x0, so that means x0 plus h will give you the next value of x, that is x1. So that is of 1 plus 0.1, which becomes here 1.1. Get it? Right, beta. Ye x1 hai. So now next x2 is what? x2 is x1 plus h. So where x1 is what? 1.1 plus h is what? 1.1. So you are getting here it is 1.2. Here please understand, you have to find out the solution at y value at x is equal to 1.2. So here what is that 1.2 is understood as, that is x2. So now therefore it is very clear that y of 1.2 is understood as y at x2. Y of 1.2 is understood as y at x2. Y at x2 is understood as y2. So that means you have to find out the y2 by using the Euler forward formula. By using the Euler forward formula here. So this is you have to find out by Euler forward formula. Euler method. Okay. So, but you know that by Euler forward formula, what is the formula beta? By Euler, what is the Euler forward formula is? That is y1 is given by y0 plus h into f of x0 comma y0, and y2 is given by y1 plus h into f of x1 comma y1. Is it so? Now if you want to get the y2, I need y1 first. So first of all we find the y1 using y0 and then we find y2 here by using Euler method. Chalo beta, pehle y1 find out karenge. So by Euler forward formula here, the y1 is given by y0 plus h into f of x0 comma y0 here. So y1 is given by y0. What is y0 is? The y0 is given as, here you see 2. So 2 plus h is 0.1 into f of x comma y. Chalo, f of x comma y kya diya hai? So this is our f of x comma y. So whether you know it or not, let me write the standard form of the differential equation. Standard form of the differential equation. उसका standard form क्या होता है कि dy by dx should be f of x comma y with the initial condition y of x naught is equal to y naught. So this is actually the standard form of the differential equation is to be given for numerical methods. तो अब ये बताओ ये f of x comma y क्या होगा? So that is equal to dy by dx. So what is here the dy by dx is this under root of x square plus y square. So let us use that. So if you want to find the f of x naught y naught, so put x equal to x naught and y is equal to y naught in this. So under root of x naught square plus y naught square. But x naught is how much? 1 and y naught is how much? 2. So it is 1 plus 2 square. Okay. So that will be root 5. So now you can take 2 plus 0.1 into this is root 5 value. Root 5 value. So this is going to be here. So let us calculate this value once. So if you want to calculate this value, so how much value you get it? So it is 2 plus, okay, then 0.1 into root under root of 5. Okay, close. Is equal to 2.2236 you are getting it, right? So it is 2.2236 you are getting it. Up to 4 decimals if you take it, it's 2.2236, or you can take, if you want to round off it to 2 decimals or 3 decimals, you can take it as 2.224, you can take it, 2.224. Now this is y1 beta. Ab y2 nikalna hai. So what is y2 is? Y2 is given by the y1 plus h into f of x1 comma y1. So this is given by y1 is equal to 2.224 plus h is how much? 0.1. H is 0.1 into. So here we have under root of x1 square plus y1 square. Okay. So x1 is how much? It is 1.1. Right. So this will be 2.224 plus 0.1 into under root of x1 is 1.1 whole square plus y1 is 2.224 whole square here. So if you calculate these values, so what do you get? Now let's understand 2.224 plus here plus 0.1 into, okay, this is under root of here 1.1 square, okay, then plus and 2.224 square. So it is 2.224, 2.828 you get it. So this will be around 2.828 you are going to get it here. So 2.828, that means 8 up to 2 decimal if you take it is 83 or up to 2.8286. So 8 to 9 you can take. Okay. So up to 2 decimals if you take na, so up to 2 decimals, how much is asking? Rounded up to 2 decimal places. So that means you can take the answer as 2.83. 2.83 you get it. So this is the way you are finding the value of this solution, numerical solution, by using the Euler method here, by using the Euler method. So I hope everyone understood, right? Yes. So without any delay, so we are moving on to another question. Now let me take one complex question here. Let me take some complex question beta. तो complex के अंदर, complex analysis के अंदर और एक question, एक बढ़िया question है, तो वो भी कर लेंगे. It's a very good question, right? Now let's do this here. Consider this integral c dz by z power 4 plus 1, where c is the counterclockwise sense oriented circle. Here mod of z minus 1 is equal to 1. ठीक है, तो ये हमारा सर्किल है, इस ये सर्किल के अंदर, ओके, along this contour only. So we have to find out this integral value of this, okay, fine. So now see, there is a concept of complex integration, that when c is a closed contour, let us draw this contour beta. ये क्या दिया है? So this is what I can say this is the origin, right? Origin here. Now, if you see this one, so the center is 1 comma 0 here. The center is 1 comma 0 and the radius is 1 here and the radius is 1 here. So the radius 1 and center 1 comma 0. If you look at this, 1 comma 0 means the point is on the x-axis here. So this is 1 comma 0 and the radius is 1. So the radius of the circle is 1 unit, right? So that means, can I say this is the circle what you see, right? So this is the circle what you see here. Right? So this is the circle what we can see, right? So this is what the contour which is given to us, right? This is the contour which is given to us here. Okay, let it be. Now, what I do is that generally this is a simple closed contour here. You have to find out this here poles. You have to find the poles of this function or the singularities of this function. The singularities of the function which lies completely outside the contour. That means it does not lie within the contour or on the contour. So then by Cauchy integral theorem, the integral value is 0. Right or not? So that are the theorem. They are the two theorems which we have to remember in complex integration. That is CIT or CRT. Cauchy residue theorem, Cauchy integral theorem. So when all the poles lies outside the contour, so in CIT we apply and integral becomes 0 straight away, right? But among all poles, if at least one of the pole is inside the contour or on the contour, so then we will apply the CRT, that is Cauchy residue theorem. CRT is to be applied here. Okay. Now, therefore, so let us find out all the singularities and check so whether the singularities of this function lies inside or outside here. Okay, fine. So now I say the singularities are given by the singularity of f of z is equal to 1 by z power 4 plus 1, right? This is what are given by, so taking the denominator z power 4 plus 1 is equal to 0 are given by, because when the denominator is getting 0, so this becomes undefined and infinite. So therefore, so whenever the denominator is 0, so that is the function is not analytic. If the function is not analytic at a point, so that is called as our singularity. So therefore, here see, whenever z power 4 plus 1 is equal to 0, this function is not analytic. Now from this, so we will find out the singularities here. So therefore, so z power 4 is equal to minus 1 and then we will get z is equal to minus 1 to whole to the power of 1 by 4 here. So I don't know how many of you know this concept here. So if z is equal to minus 1 whole to the power of 1 by n, so then you can write the z value as e to the power of I into 2k plus 1 by n into pi, where k is equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on up to n minus 1. So this is the way you will find out the roots. Okay, whenever it is z value is minus 1 whole power 1 by n. So nth roots of minus 1 are given by here. This is the formula. So here n is equal to 4 here, right? Here n is equal to 4, right? So therefore here the z values are here. Yes. First, I'll put k is equal to 0 here. So this becomes e to the power of pi by 4. I pi by 4. Next, for k is equal to 1, it is 3 pi by 4. 3 pi I by 4. Next, for k is equal to 2 here, it is 5 pi I by 4. For k is equal to 4 minus 1, 3, सबसे last होगा. So 3 if you put it, it is 7 pi by 10. So 7 pi by 10. So fourth roots here, z power 4 is equal to minus 1. So 4 roots. So these are the 4 roots you are getting here. Okay. Now, according to the angle, you can say, so this is in the first quadrant, this is in the second quadrant, this is in the third quadrant, and this is in the fourth, sorry. This is in the fourth quadrant. right or not? This is in the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant here. So now I can say that, okay, let me write something more about this. Something more about the poles here. So this is cos pi by 4 plus iota sin pi by 4 है ना बेटा. अब ये होगा कि z is equal to 1 by root 2 plus iota 1 by root 2. So that means this is the point 1 by root 2 comma 1 by root 2, right or not? And इसका modulus क्या होता है? So what is modulus of this? The modulus of this is under root of this 1 by 2 whole square plus 1 by 2 whole square. It is 1 here. So modulus of z is 1 here, or otherwise if you put it here in the contour, if you put this point inside the contour, so I can say, okay, and I can say this 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, iota 1 by root 2 minus 1 if you put it. So this point lies inside the contour here. It lies inside the contour. So this will be, it is in the first quadrant, and this is in the second quadrant, and this is in the third quadrant, and this is in the fourth quadrant here. And this point is, I can say, ये point क्या होता है कि that is second quadrant में x negative होता है. So that means minus 1 by root 2 comma 1 by root 2 here. Okay. And this one is what? ये क्या होगा? Step 5. This is the third quadrant. It's a third quadrant. In the third quadrant, it becomes what? In third quadrant, x negative and y is also negative here. So that is minus 1 by root 2 comma minus 1 by root 2, you get it. And what about this value is that here it is in the fourth quadrant. It is in the fourth quadrant means x is positive, y is negative. So it is 1 by root 2 comma minus 1 by root 2 beta. So these are the points you are getting it here. These are the points you are getting. But now I can say, according to this, so these points, now you can see, the contour is only in the first and fourth quadrants. So it is 1 by root 2 comma 1 by root 2. Here it is somewhere here. 1 by root 2 comma 1 by root 2 is somewhere here, right? So this lies inside here. This lies inside. And the fourth quadrant, so 1 by root 2 comma minus 1 by root 2 is the reflection. So this point is, okay. So you can say this one and this one are the inside, and the remaining these two are outside here, right? So now I can say the poles, okay, z is equal to e to the power of I pi by 4. E to the power of I pi by 4, e to the power of 7 pi I by 4, or the simple poles, because they are not repeating, lies inside C. Lies inside C here. So these poles lies inside the contour here, and remaining lies outside here. Remaining lies outside C here. Remaining lies outside C. So therefore, by Cauchy residue theorem, integral C f of z dz is equal to 2 pi I into the residue. Okay, sum of the residues. Let me write like this. 2 pi I into summation of the residues here. Summation of residues here. Chalo beta. So let us find out the residue at these two poles, and then add them and multiply by 2 pi I, you will get the answer for it. So, but how to find out the residue at these poles? Let me tell you one point very clearly, that these are simple poles or not. These are simple poles. So, for simple poles, there is a formula for finding the residue. So, what is that is? The residue at the simple pole, okay, let me write this is of Z1, okay, and this is of Z2, okay. So write residue at Z1 is given by here, yes, the formula is that here phi of Z1 by psi dash of Z1. But who is phi and xi, you know that? So this function can be understood as, see, this function can be understood as phi by xi. So this function can be understood as phi by z. If the given function is in the form of phi of z by xi of z, and if z is a simple pole, so the residue at the simple pole is given by this formula. I think everyone knows this formula. I need not to tell it. Okay, deeply. So you can understand phi of z1, that is 1 by differentiation of z power 4 plus 1 is 4z cube here. So that means 4z1 cube. 4z1 cube here. Now, there is one interesting point you should you should understand is here. That is, when you multiply and divide it by z1 here, so what happens is that it is here z1 by here 4 into z1 power 4. Yes, all of you, my dear students. So, at e power, see, at e to the power of, see, this is, for z is equal to e to the power of I pi by 4, z power 4 is what? Z power 4 for z is equal to e power pi by, for z is equal to e power I pi by 4. So, z power 4 will be minus 1. So, therefore, what I do is here, okay, therefore, what I do is here, okay, let me, okay, right. So, what I do is here, yeah. So, this one is here, the residue at z1 is given by here minus z1 by 4. So, because z power 4 is minus 1, so minus z1 by 4. So, what is z1 by 4? I will replace it later here. Now, and the residue at z2. Residue at z2 is given by also phi of z2 by psi dash of z2 here. So, that is gives you by here 1 by 4 z2 cube, sorry, z2 power, yeah, z2 cube only na, z2 cube. But again multiply and divide by z2, which gives you what? z2 by 2 into z2 power 4. But you know, z2 power 4 is what? Minus 1. So, therefore, it is nothing but minus z2 by 2. Minus z2 by 2. So, it is minus z1 by 4. 1 minute. ये 4 है ना बेटा? So, yes, this is going to be 4, not this one. So, it is 4, right? So, 4 here, and this is also 4, right? So, minus z2 by 4. Now, I got both the residues, na? So, let me use the CRT. So, therefore, by CRT here, integral C f of z dz will be giving you 2 pi I into, so residue at z1 plus the residue at z2 here, residue at z2. So, now I am going to substitute these values here. Chalo, let's do this. So, integral is given by 2 pi I into here, residue at z1 is minus z1 by 4, right? So, let me take 4 common, minus z1 and minus z2 I have taken here. Now, this will be 2 pi I by 4 here, okay, of minus z1. So, what is z1? एक बार देखना चाहता है क्या? So, z1 क्या है बेटा? 1 by root 2 plus iota 1 by root 2. z2 क्या है? 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2. If you add these two, so what happens? This 1 by root 2, this 1 by root 2 gets cancelled, and 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 will become 2 by root 2. Correct or not? So, I am going to take those values. See, it is minus 1 by root, sorry, plus, oh sorry, minus 1 by root 2 minus iota 1 by root 2 here. And then this is what you have, okay, minus of, now, what is this? Z2. Z2 is what here? Z2 is fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant में y negative होता है. So, 1 by root 2, okay, plus minus iota by root 2 here. So, this is what it is. So, now I can say it is pi I by 2, pi I by 2, and this will be, if you add this iota gets cancelled, and this will be minus 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2, that becomes minus 2 by root 2 here, minus 2 by root 2. So, that becomes minus pi I by root 2 here. Minus pi I by root 2 you are getting. So this is the integral value of this function. This is the integral value of this function, minus pi I by root 2. So that means this is the answer. Minus pi I by root 2 is the answer. So I hope everyone understood this. So this is something, the most important thing is that how do you find the singularities for a given function? Okay. And then, so you have to see that which poles lies inside, which lies outside, and the rest of the thing is just a residue formula and CRT. Then you will get the answer for this question. Yes, my dear students. So in this one, we are coming to the very interesting topic here. That is the probability slice बेटा. Probability questions करना है, ठीक है. हम जब प्रैक्टिस करते समय बेटा, यार मैं एक बात कह सकता हूँ यहाँ पर. There are two areas where you need to focus much because many of the students are not good at that. So there are two areas where you need to focus. So one is of integral calculus. So where many of the students will not have the confidence on it. And the second area is that the probability theory questions here. Okay, probability theory questions. So remaining all are just, the applications and integrations and small, applications or calculations. So we can, according to the procedures and some theorems, you just get the things easily. But here, there are two areas only where you need to focus in generally. So one is of integral calculus and other one is of probabilistic theory problems. Okay, probability theory questions. So these are the two areas where you need to focus much and you need to practice much. So the remaining areas are just, even if you practice the PYQs and go to the examination, so you can do it. Okay, चलिए बेटा. अब ये point क्या है? ये कैसे करना है? So now this question is that we are given with two urns. So right, we have two urns beta. तो एक है, see these are the two urns. You suppose this is A and this is B. So in A, urn A contains the three red marbles and two white marbles. On B contains here 2 red marbles and 5 white marbles beta. 5 white marbles beta. Okay? And now the point is that what is the transactions? See देखो बेटा, probability questions के अंदर हम लोग दो चीज याद रखना. एक है, there are some probability theory questions like this. So one is of simultaneous events. Okay, simultaneous transactions. Here, simultaneous transaction means, or the event, simultaneous event means, so you are drawing all the balls at random, right? So simultaneously you are drawing all the balls at random here, at random. Okay, so that is at random you are drawing all the balls at a time is understood as the simultaneous events, right or not? But there is another type of transaction of events, that is sequential happening of events. So here there is little bit concept you need to practice on the simultaneous events. वहां पर थोड़ा events जो होने वाला है, the possible events को आप visualize करने के लिए थोड़ा सा समय लगेगा. You have to visualize that comes by practice. Okay, but when it comes to sequential events, so when there are sequential events are happening, it's very easy to visualize. Why? Because here we can have the tree diagram. Because they are happening one after the other. So the possibilities can be drawn by using the tree diagrams very comfortably. So that is why in sequential or sequential transaction of events, or when the events are happening one after the other, so the best way is to do the probability questions by using tree diagrams. So here also I'm going to do that. See this one. So this is urn A, urn B here. Now what is exactly happening in this experiment? Let us understand. First an urn is selected. तो मतलब क्या है? पहले इन दोनों में से किसी एक को सेलेक्ट किया है. So एक को सेलेक्ट किया. So this is the first transaction of events, right? And then a marble is drawn from that urn. So this is a second event of transaction. Okay, second transaction of event. And then what he has done is, जो marble निकाला है, so that is put into other turn. That means, So when the marble is taken from bag A and that is kept in the bag B, तो अगर समझो यहां से रेड बॉल उठाया तो वो बी में डाल दिया. So when he is placing that in the B, so red balls will become 3 and total balls will become 8. So I hope you understand what he has done. This is the third transaction. Okay, this is what he has done. After that, here a marble is drawn from the second on. जो उसको प्लेस करने के बाद अब तीसरा ट्रांसैक्शन. So now the third selection is that drawing one ball from the second on. Okay, so this is the third. So then find the probability P that both the marbles drawn are of the same color. So यहां पर क्या होना, पूरा 3 ट्रांसैक्शन ऑफ इवेंट्स हुआ था. So successive transactions are 3 here. One is selection of urn and then drawing a marble. Then, okay, after placing into the second urn, so now selection of one more marble or selection of the marble from the other urn. So these are the 3 sequential events are happening here. So now I will say, so this event E is that. So let me understand the sequential events are here E. So this event is E is happening like this. So for that I will draw the tree diagram beta. ये बहुत अच्छी तरह समझ में आता है. So suppose if you take this event E, okay, now in this experiment, okay, the event is like this. The event can be happen like this. First, you are selecting on A or you can select on B. तो ये पहला possibility है. This is the first possibility of choosing on A or choosing on B here, right? And then here, what is the next event here? So now you are drawing a marble from the urn A. So when you are drawing one marble from the urn A, there is a possibility of drawing red marble or white marble. Any one is possible. So therefore, the possibility is here red marble or white marble here. Red marble or white marble. So this is the possibility here, right or not? Okay. Here also there is a red marble or the white marble here. So this is the possibility. So now what happened is, after drawing this red ball, so red marble, and it is placed in the, suppose if it is drawn from A, so now it is placed in the another urn, that is B. So इसको B में replace करिए और यहां से और एक marble उठा रहा है. So that means he is taking one more marble from one marble from B. So another. So if it is already you have taken from A, suppose, so next one should taken from B. So therefore here, so this is going to be drawn from red ball, right? So drawn, it can be a red ball or it can be a white ball, but it is taken from where? It is taken from where? It is taken from the red urn B here, right? So here also, here it may be red marble or white marble are taken from the bag P here. Okay, so this is from RA, this is from A, and this is from RB, and this is from WB and RB and WB. Okay, so like this here. So now the next one is here, in this case RB here and WB, and once it is, see, the first marble is taken from the urn B. So now this marble has to be placed in A and you need to draw a marble from A. So therefore, so from A, if you take any marble, so it may be a red marble from A or it may be a white marble from A, from A, right? So यहाँ पर भी ये भी RA and then here WA. So these kind of possibilities you are getting according to this tree diagram. Okay. So these are the sequences of events. These are the sequence of events, beta. Up point ye hai, beta. Up point ye hai. Now, what is that event? Okay, for which the both marbles are of drawn of same color. Same color ka marbles kahan aa rahe? In which events are this? So this is A, R, R. So in this transaction, you are getting 2 red balls, same color marbles. Okay, here you can see. So either this or this or this. So white, white, white. So this is another transaction of getting same color here. B. So B, R, R. So this is another transaction of same color, and this is another transaction of same color here. So there are 4 possibilities of drawing the same color here. So the probability of drawing same color, same colored balls. Okay, so balls means marbles here. Okay, let me write same colored marbles. Okay, so that is given by what? See, the thing is first drawing. Okay, so the probability of A, you can write like this, probability of A, and then A comma, next RA, then next RB here. Okay, then other one here, another one is A, WA comma WB. Okay, then again choosing B, RB and RA. Okay, then B, R named W, WB and WA. So this is the way these are the possibilities you are getting it. Now in this case, first of all, the probability of A into probability of RA into the probability of RB. Because when the events are happening one after the other, so we multiply their probabilities. So these are the things here. The probability of A into probability of this one plus probability of this one plus probability of this one and RB and RA, right or not? And plus the probability of B into probability of WB into probability of WA, my dear students. Okay, now these probabilities, let's find out easily directly. Okay, so what is the probability of this one is? The probability of this A is 1 by 2 because there are only 2 ons, so you have to choose one of them. So probability of B is also 1 by 2 here. Now coming to probability of drawing red marble from A. So red marbles are favorable are 3 out of 5. So this probability is 3 by 5. This probability is 3 by 5. Now once the red marble is drawn and it is kept in the on B, so therefore it will be 3 red balls here. Now this will be 3 red balls and 5 white balls here for the RB. Okay, so then the probability of this RB is going to be here totally there are 3 is the favorability out of 8. So therefore this will be 3 by 8 here. And coming to this, so what about this probability here? So white wala kitna hai? White wala from A is 2 out of 5. So it is 2 by 5. And this one is, yes, what happened? One white ball is taken and kept inside. Okay, kept in this. So from the on B, so now total white balls are 6. So 6 out of 8. So this will be of 6 by 8 here. 6 by 8 here. Got it? Now coming to this. So probability of red ball from this is here 3 by 5. 3 by 5 here. Okay. And now coming to this one. So one red ball is kept here. It is 3 by 8. Right? So here it is 3 by 8 here. Right? And coming to this, what is the probability of drawing the white ball from the bag D here? It is 5. Oh, sorry. So here it is getting here. Just a minute. I think I have taken wrong. So here it is the what? The probability of RB here. RB means yahan se utana hai beta, red ball. So therefore 2 by 7 you get it. 2 by 7. And probability of RA, that means from on A. So on A means that white ball is kept, one red ball is kept inside here. So there now you will have 4 red and 2 white here. So in this case here 4 by 6, right or not? So 4 by 6 here. But coming to this white ball. So from on B, drawing white ball is 5 out of 7. So this will be 5 by 7. And for this one, the probability of this one is Yes, one white ball is been kept here. Now 3 red and 3 white, it will be 6. Okay, so 3 out of 6. So it is 3 out of 6 here. So therefore, so these are the probabilities you have taken. Now place those probabilities here, you will get the answer. So 1 by 2 into 3 by 5 into 3 by 8 plus 1 by 2 into 2 by 5 into 6 by 8. 1 by 2 into, yes, this one, into this 2 by 7 and 4 by 6 plus 1 by 2 into 5 by 7 into 3 by 6 here. So this summation you have to do it. So if you add all these things, so what is the value you are going to get it here? Now the value you are going to get it is, that is 1 by 2 into 3 by 5 into 3 by 8 and 2 by 5 3 by 4. Okay, then 2 by 7 2 by 3 and then 1 by 2 into 5 by 7 into 1 by 2. So this value is going to be 901 by 1680 here. So 901 by 1680 here. 0.536 you are getting here. So 901 by 1680. So 0.506. So you are getting it is 0.536. I'm sorry, it is 0.536. 0.536 here. So this is the answer for this question. तो जब ये sequential events होते हैं ना बेटा, so then it is better to draw the tree diagram like this and then you can understand what exactly is happening here. But याद रखना है, so after drawing this red ball from the urn A, so now you are drawing the red ball from urn B, okay, but when you, after drawing a red ball from urn A, that is placed in the urn B, don't forget that. Okay, so when you are placing it on B, so the red balls are increased by 1. So total sample space is also increased by 1 here. So that is why it is getting 3 red balls out of 8 balls. So 3 by 8 you are going to get it here. So this is how, so you need to be very careful in taking the second event, okay, or third event. So because you are placing one marble inside and after, when you draw from here, you place here in the second transaction, okay. When you drawn from here, so you have to place it in it here. So you be careful while you are doing it. So because of, with the help of that, you are able to give the answer, this one. Suppose the same question is asked for, what is the probability that all 2 balls are, the probability that both marbles are of different color? Of different color, he said. So when of different color, he said, what you have to do is that you take the other possibilities, or otherwise you can do 1 minus of same color. Okay, both are same color will give you not having the same color. So that way you can get the answer for this question. So it's very good question of sequential events beta. जब भी एक sequential events की question आता है, so this is the way you have to draw the tree diagram and place the answer. Now we will move into another question here. Yeah. Okay, so we are moving on to the random variable questions here. Let's see what is that here. A sample of 4 items. A sample of 4 items is selected at random. Okay, from a box containing 12 items. तो एक box है जिसमें 12 items हैं, right or not? But here the drawing, how many items are drawing? 4 items here from 12 items. This is the experiment. Sorry, this is the experiment here, right? So drawing 4 items from a box containing 12 items, of which 5 of them are defective beta. तो मतलब इसके अंदर 5 defective है and 7 non-defective है, right or not? 7 are non-defective here. So this is what you need to understand from the data. Now, then the expected number of defective items is, or the expected number of defective items drawn. I can say very clearly, drawn. Okay. The expected number of defective items drawn. So he is asking the expectation. Expectation we will be finding out for a random variable, my dear students. So here the random variable is that the number of defective items drawn, right? So therefore here according to the experiment, so we define the random variable as the number of defective items drawn. Okay, number of defective items drawn. Okay, number of defective items drawn. So what are the possible values of x are? Possible x values are, anyone? Yes, the possible values of x are here. So how many defective are there? Totally 5 defective are there. Actually you are drawing only 4 items here. So maximum to maximum you can say either you can draw 0 defective items, or you can take 1 defective item, or you can take 2 defective item, or you can take 3 defective item, or you can take 4 defective items. So maximum to maximum, so the number of defective balls drawn are, so either 0 defective, तो remaining 4 will be non-defective. Actually क्या कर रहे हैं आप क्या कर रहे हैं बेटा, 4 डिफेक्टिव ले रहे हैं, तो मतलब 4 आइटम्स ले रहे हैं, तो 4 आइटम्स में एक पॉसिबिलिटी क्या हो सकता है, वो 4 आइटम्स का पॉसिबिलिटीज क्या हो सकते हैं, वो 4 आइटम्स के अंदर अगर यहां से 4 निकाला है, सो दैट मीन्स 4 आइटम्स आर ड्रॉन सपोज, सो हियर ऑल द 4 कैन बी डिफेक्टिव, ऑल any 3 of them will be defective, or 2 of them defective, or 1 of them is defective, or none of them is defective. So these are the possible values of number of defective items which you are drawing when you are drawing 4 items from the 12 items. Okay, so these are the possible. Now the thing is, so let me take the x values like this, and now we take it x equal to possible values are 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So now the probability of here x. Now what is the probability of drawing 0 defective? 0 defective means what? When I say x equal to 0, so can I say 4 non-defective? Drawing 4 non-defective and 0 defective. This is the meaning of this. So drawing 4 non-defective and 0. Anyway, so according to the experiment here, what is the experiment is that? Yes. So what is the experiment beta? Experiment ये होता है, देखो यहाँ पर experiment क्या है, drawing 4 items from 12 items. So what is the sample spaces? The sample space is 12C4 because box में 12 item है, 12 items हैं, we need to draw only 4 items from it. So 12C4 ways you can do it. If you calculate this, so 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 divided by 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 here. Okay. So then here I can say 4 3s are 12 gets cancelled here, and now it is of 2 5s are. Okay, 2 5s are here. So then it will become here 55 into 9 here. So 55 into 9. So it's going to be 4 5 and 495 here, right? So you are going to get this 12C4. So 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 by 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 here. So 4 3 12, then 2 5, and then you are getting it is 495, you are getting it 495. Okay, so 495 you are getting as the sample space, right beta? So now the possibility for x equal to 0 is what? What is the possibility for x equal to 0 you are getting? X equal to 0 के लिए क्या हो करना है? 4 non-defective है, right? So if anybody wants to write the events also, you can write it. So what are the events are possible here? So I can say 0 defective and 4 non-defective. 4 non-defective. Okay, and in this case 1 defective and 3 non-defective. Okay, and here 2 defective and 2 non-defective. Okay, because we are drawing totally 4 items. Okay, so 2 defective के लिए 2 non-defective, and here 3 defective, 1 non-defective, and here 4 defective and 0 non-defective here. So these are the possibilities of the events. So for x equal to 0 and for x equal to 1 and x equal to 2 and x equal to 3. So let me take the probability of this one. So in this case 0 defective है ना, तो 0 defective का मतलब है, so 4 non-defective items are drawn. So how many totally non-defective items are there here? 7. So therefore I can say this is 7C4 by 12C4. 7C4 by 12C4 here. Now in this case 1 defective and 3 non-defective. Totally defective are 5. So 5C1 into 7C3 divided by 12C4. 12C4. And coming to this here, it is 5C2 into 7C2 by 12C4 here. Then coming to this, it is 5C3 into 7C1 by 12C4. And the next one is here 5C4 into 7C0 by 12C4. 12C4 here. So these are the way you have to calculate these probabilities. So if you simplify these numbers, so what do you get here? So 7C4 क्या होता है बेटा? 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 by here 4 means 4, 3, 2, 1 here, right? So 4, 3, okay, and 2. So 6, 4 gets cancelled, 24 gets cancelled, it becomes 35 here. So it will be 35 divided by here 99 into 5 here. So that is 7 by 99. You are getting this one as this is equal to 7 by 99, you get it. And here also 5 and that 5 gets cancelled here, and that going to be here 495 में 5 cancel हो जाता है, so that is 99 and 7C3. 7C3 is also same as 7 by 7 only, right or not? So 7 into 5, 35 here. So this is 35 by here. ये होता है 35 by 99 here. 35 by 99 here. And coming to this, it is 5 into 2 by 2 into 1. So 5C2 क्या होगा? 5 into 4. So 2 into 1, it's a 2, 10 होगा. So 10 and it is 7C2. So 7C2 is 7 into 6 by 2 into 1. It's 21 or not? So ये 21 है. So 21 into 10 by here 450 here. So here this is 99 and this is 2. So 42 by 99. So this value is 42 by 99. And next one is 5C3. So 5C3 is what? Or 5C4. 5C4 is 1 and this is 5, 1, and this is again here 1 by, this is 99, you get it here. 1 by 99, you get it here. And coming to this 5C3. So 5C3 or 5C2 is same. So 5C2 you are getting it as here it's 10, right? It is also 10 into 7. So 10 into 7 and this is 99. So you can say 35 by, okay, 99 here. So these are the values of the probabilities here. So once you get these probabilities, now what you have to do is that we need to multiply with them. So therefore, the expectation of x is equal to summation of xi into pi. So that becomes 0 into 7 by 99, okay, then plus 1 into 35 by 99, okay, plus 2 into 42 by 99, and plus here 3 into 35 by 99, and then plus 4 into 1 by 99. So just calculate this. So we'll do it. We'll get the value of this. So let us see what is the exact value you are getting it. So it is 10. So 10, it is 2 into 7, 14 hoga. So this will be 14 beta. Ye 14 by 99. So this will be of 14 by 99 here. So this value is also 14 by 99 here. So 14 by 99 you get it here. Okay. This one 14 by 99. So 14 by 99, 1 by 99, 42 by 99, 35 by 99 and 7 by 99 here. So these are the values here. So if you add, if you do this 165 by 99, you get it here. So 165 by 99. Anyway, this is 0, na? 35 plus 84, right? 35 plus 84, and then it is 42 plus 4 here. That is 46. So 46 and 35. So this will be around, so 35 plus 46. 35 plus 46 is how much? 81. 81 plus 84. So that is 165 divided by 99. So this is, if you calculate here, again, if you do the division and how much you are going to get exactly it is. So 165 divided by 165 divided by here 99. So this will be 1.67 after rounding up to 2 decimals. 1.67 round off to 2 decimals. Okay, so 1.67 is the answer for this question here. So this is how you are going to find out the expectation of this question here, right? Question to simple hai beta, but you know, interpretation of the random variable here and the possible events you have to take, getting the 0 defective, 1 defective and all, and then you have to find out the corresponding probabilities here. Okay, right. So now let's move on to the next question, my dear students. So before this, let me move on to this question here. First of all, 5 coins are tossed 3,200 times here. So here n is given as 3,200 times you have to toss what? 5 coins. You have to toss 5 coins, okay? 3,200 times, okay? Right. Using the Poisson distribution, the approximate probability of getting 5 heads in 2 times. So exactly 2 times you have to get 5 heads in 5 throws out of 3,200 times of tosses. Okay. Okay. So what is the event is here? The event is here. What is the exact event is that, if you understand, getting 5 heads when you throw 5 coins. So here getting 5 heads in throwing, getting 5 heads in throwing 5 coins, or in tossing 5 coins here. Okay. So getting 5 heads in tossing 5 coins is the event here, and that should happen how many times here? 2 times. So therefore I am defining the random variable as the number of times of getting 5 heads, okay, in 5 tosses. Okay, getting 5 heads in 5 tosses, okay. In 5 tosses in 302,000 times, repeated for, okay, repeated for 3,200 times here. Okay, so like this. X is the number of times getting 5 heads in 5 tosses. Chalo beta, I have a coin and I am tossing 5 coins and I am getting 5 coins, and I should get the number of times of getting 5 heads. तो कितने बार होता है बेटा? एक बार होता है, right or not? So here the probability of this event is, let me write this here, the probability of this event is 1 by 2 power 5, because when you toss the coin for 5 times, so the sample space will be 2 to the power of 5. Okay, getting all 5 heads means here head. So this is the only possibility, only one possibility out of 2 to the power of 5 cases. So therefore the probability of this event is 1 by 2 power 5 here. Okay, so now the point is here the lambda. See, according to Poisson distribution, using the Poisson distribution, you have to find out the probability of this event. Okay, so for For the Poisson distribution, we need the lambda. Lambda is equal to what? N into P here. So lambda is equal to N is 3200 and the probability is of 1 by 32. So therefore, it will be of 100, okay, in, okay, 3200 times. So I can say 100 times, okay, 100 times in 3200 times, okay, 3200 times. So this is the average lambda, you are getting it. So once you know lambda, can you find out the probability of getting the event exactly 2 times? So the probability of getting that event exactly 2 times means, so therefore by polynomial Poisson distribution, we have to find out the probability of x is equal to 2. We have to find the probability of x equal to 2. So probability of x is exactly 2 beta. Exactly 2 means it is e to the power of minus lambda, lambda square by 2 factorial or not? Yes. And this e power lambda is what? So in 3000 times, so the lambda value is calculated as 100. So it is minus 100 and 100 and square divided by 2 factorial here. So this is the answer for this question. So you can look into that, e power minus 100, 100 square by 2 factorial. So the option A is the right answer for this question. Okay, if you are conducting one time, so the lambda will be the probability. Okay, that is 1 by 2 power 5. But if it is 2 times it is conducted, the repetition of the experiment for 2 times suppose, so then it will be 2 into 1 by 32. Okay, if it is 3 times means 3 into 1 by 32. If it is 3200 times, okay, and he is also asking the probability for the getting 5 heads 2 times when it is repeated for 3200 times. So a 3200 times of repetition of experiment. So what is the probability that we are getting all 5 heads twice? Okay, so that is the way you are calculating using the Poisson distribution here. Okay. Now, yes, dear students. So this is another question here on the Poisson distribution here, because Poisson distribution is very important one that for mechanical students, okay, and civil students, this question comes compulsorily. So let's do this question here once. Now, here he said that x1 and x2 are the independent and identically distributed here. Okay, the Poisson random variables with the mean 1. So both are Poisson random variables beta. That means what? x1 and x2 both follows Poisson distribution with a mean 1. So here x1 comma x2 are independent, okay, random variables follows Poisson distribution with mean lambda 1 is equal to lambda 2 is equal to 1 here. So because they are identical, so therefore their means values are also same here it is. Now he is asking the probability of this event, that is maximum of x1 comma x2 is greater than 1 here. x1 comma x2 is greater than 1. But actually, so for maximum function, if he is asking greater than 1 condition, so this value is given by 1 minus probability of, so maximum of, okay, of x1 comma x2 is less than 1 here. Can I write this one as this one or not? So once I write this, so what we have to do is, तो ये कैसे समझ में आना चाहिए बेटा, जब x1 and x2 are independent है और maximum of x1 comma x2 is less than 1. See here. Suppose if I am taking any number, the maximum of 1 by 2 comma 1 by 4 is less than 1, I say. See, tell me what is the maximum value of 1 by 2 comma 1 by 4? Just tell me to understand the illustration, to understand this function exactly. So here out of these two, so 1 by 2 is the maximum. So 1 by 2 agar less than 1 hota hai, so according to this function, here the value of this maximum function is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 less than 1 hota hai, so then its minimum value जो 1 by 2 से और कम है ना, तो वो भी less than 1 होगा. So when maximum value is less than 1, so automatically the other minimum value is less than 1 hoga. So therefore 1 by 2 less than 1 implies, so 1 by 4 is also less than 1 here. So therefore in this case I can say that x1 is less than 1 and x2 is also less than 1. So both are less than 1 beta. Both are less than 1. So in this case here the probability of x1 less than 1, okay, and you know these two are independent random variables or not? These two are independent random variables. ये दोनों independent है. So you know that the condition probability of x1 intersection x2 means it is given by probability of x1 into probability of x2. I hope everyone knows this. So you use this one into the probability of x2 is less than 1. So less than 1 क्या होता है? Less than 1 is 0. So that is of the probability of x1 is equal to 0 into the probability of x2 is equal to 0 here. So this becomes 1 minus of, as they are having the same lambda, so definitely it will be of e power minus lambda. Okay, e power minus lambda. So what is lambda is here? 1. Okay, the lambda is 1. So e power minus 1, 1 to the power of 0 by 0 factorial, okay, into e to the power of minus 1, 1 to the power of 0 by 0 factorial. So this value is how much? So what is this value is? So the value you are getting it as here 1 minus, so it is e power minus 2. 1 minus e power minus 2. Okay. So this is the answer. 1 minus e power minus 2 is the answer for this question here. So I hope everyone understood this. Just so this maximum function is greater than 1. Na? So the greater than 1 condition is given by the probability is given by 1 minus of less than 1 condition, because the maximum function is it's defined for less than 1 in a very clear manner. So that is why this greater than 1 probability is given by using the less than 1 probability. Okay, right. Similarly, you can apply the concept for minimum of x1 comma x2 also here. Okay, right. Now we'll do this, the last question of this probability statistics here. Now let us see one important and good question here. Given x is a normal random variable, that means x follows normal distribution with a mean is 2 and sigma standard deviation is 3 here. So mu x is 2, sigma x is 3 here. This is the data is given, and y is given as here x by 2 minus 1. So then he is asking the probability for y greater than or equal to 3 by 2, y greater than or equal to 3 by 2. So we have to find a value, we have to find a probability for y greater than or equal to 3 by 2. Okay, but actually the distribution is given for x or not? The distribution is given for x. So therefore here we can have the probabilities for x random variable only. So therefore what we will do is using this relation, we will convert this y value we will transform this y value into x value here. How? See, from this here, for y is equal to greater than 2 by 2. Now here I can say, so for y is equal to 3 by 2, I'll write it here. For y is equal to 3 by 2, okay. So this x equal to what? X equal to what? So this will give you x by 2 is equal to, so it is 5 by 2. So 2 gets cancelled and x equal to 5 you are getting it. X equal to 5 you are getting it. So that means, so this value is also same as x greater than or equal to 5. X greater than or equal to 5. So once this value, this y value is converted into x values, now we have to find out the probability. Okay, now we have to find out the probability for x greater than or equal to 5, where x follows the normal distribution. Okay, so now by using normal distribution, you have to find the probability of this. But we all know, my dear students, to find a probability in the using normal distribution, first of all, you have to transform that into here standard normal distribution here. So transform this one into standard normal distribution by using z is equal to x minus mu by sigma here. Now converting into standard normal distribution. Converting into standard normal distribution here. So for x is equal to 5, what is z is equal to here? So z is equal to x minus mu by sigma. So that is 5 minus mu. What is mu beta? 2. So it is 5 minus 2 by 3. So 3 by 3 is 1. So therefore here the probability of y greater than or equal to 3 by 2 is given by probability of x greater than or equal to 5, which is given by z greater than or equal to 1. Z greater than or equal to 1, right? So now what you have to do is that this probability of z greater than or equal to 1 is given by area under the standard normal curve. So let us draw the standard normal curve here. Okay, let us take the standard normal curve here. Okay, let's take the standard normal curve here. Okay, so that is from minus infinite to infinite, and it is symmetric about z is equal to 0, right? Z is equal to 0. Now let's see z greater than 1. So this is 1, suppose. This is z is equal to 1. Z greater than 1 means this one. This one you have to find it. So this one you have to find it here. Now my dear students, so you know that the probability for z greater than 0. We know that the probability for z greater than 0 is 0.5 or not. The probability for z greater than 0 is 0.5. So matlab 0 to infinity the probability or the area under the standard normal curve is 0.5 here. So therefore this is given by what? So 1 to infinity area is given by 0 to infinity area minus 0 to 1. So I will write the same here. So the probability from 0 to infinity minus here the probability from 0 to 1. So the probability from 0 to infinity is 0.5. So this is of 0.5 minus what about this 0 to 1? Dear students, I think you might have known that here if it is taken minus 1 here, so the area under this curve from minus 1 to 1 is 0.6824 here, right? Since this curve is symmetric here, this curve is symmetric about z is equal to 0. So this area is same as this area. That means minus 1 to 0 and 0 to 1, the areas are same here. So therefore, so since these two areas are same here, so we can divide this the area divided by 2 so that you will be getting 0 to 1. Okay. So this the area under this curve from minus 1 to 1 is 0.6824. 0.6824, and if you want to find the area from 0 to 1, it is exactly half of it because of symmetry, right? So therefore I can write this one as the probability from minus 1 to 1 divided by 2. So this is due to symmetry. क्या करना है? Due to symmetry here. Okay, so then this will be of 0.5 minus 1 by 2 of, yes, the probability from minus 1 to 1 is 0.6824 or not. So that I am taking here 0.6824 here. That means 0.5 minus 0.3412. So if you calculate this, so it will be of 8 and 8, okay, 8, and this will be 3, okay. So it will be 3, right? So 0.5, no? 0 minus 3 means 7, means 6 you get it, 6, and then it will be of point here 1, so 0.1688 here, so 0.1688 here, so 0.5 minus here 0.3412 here. So this value is 0.1588, you get it. So 0.1588 you get it. So this is the answer for this question. Yes, my dear students, the answer is 0.1588 here. So if it is round off to 2 decimals, so this value is taken as 0.16. If you round off this to 0.16 here. So this is how you are taking that. It's the value is given as round off to 2 decimals. Round off to 2 decimals here. So in this case, 0.16 is the answer. So my dear students, so I have done with my questions here. So which are the most probable examination questions? So you may not get the same questions as it is here, but the concept which based on the concept which we have chosen the questions and the related questions also may exist in the examination. So with this, I'm going to conclude my session. So I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed this video and you have get that very different type of questions here. So always be careful in, many of the students make, commit the silly mistakes here. Because of these silly mistakes only, they will lose their marks here. So for that, you need to have a good practice and you need to have a good focus while you are doing the calculations. Okay, ये है बेटा. तो जिससे आपको problem solve हो जाएगा. So I expect that you people had a wonderful session here. So you might have got a very good number of questions. You might have solved number of questions. So this will definitely help you to, this will definitely boost your examination preparation, and definitely you will get a good marks in the examination if you do this kind of questions. So this is my expectation and this is my observation and this is my opinion. So I think you can go ahead with it, and wish you all the best. And I always feel happy when the students get the success. Okay, I feel that it is my success. So that's why I have given my best in this video. So you have to I think you help this video is helped a lot to you, and it has been given some kind of a revision or a type of questions, and there might be some extra input also you may have got, okay, through this questions here. So wish you all the best, my dear students. That's it for me, and this is the GTQ, that is Gate Through Questions Engineering Mathematics by Srikar Gupta. Okay, signing off. Bye and wish you all the best.